his character. We gotta be more realistic.
Oh my god.
Yo, guys, my goal is. Are we going live? Or muted?
Are we live now? Awkward.
Potentially. Yep. Wait a minute. Let me. Welcome everybody to the Rise Baddie League. That's it, folks. We're making baddies great again. Swain's old news rises the new news, and we're back with season 9. I am 30, otherwise known as Matt Bliss. I am the new commissioner, and I have finally drained the swamp of career commissioners. I plan to get the best people, the most terrific people. It's gonna be huge. Tonight, though, I have my cabinet with me. First off, AJS0, former commissioner, reformed though. He's like a Mike Pence guy.
Swamp.
No, he's. I drained
joke.
him of everything he had, and now he's on my side.
Yeah, aren't we all still technically holdovers from the old?
Yeah,
commissioner?
well,
You don't tell people.
it's hard to find people these days to do
Oh, you're
Rise
right.
Baddie leagues.
I have to shut up until I can make my last stand in a few weeks.
That's
Let the
true.
commissioner talk.
That's it. That's it, folks. I'm gonna delegate all of my work to other people because I don't want to work. So, AGS0, you take it away.
All right, guys. So pleased to have you back. I am former President Barack Obama, and tonight I am going to be joined here by the ones, the onlys, my wang on the wind, Scotchonaut, and Master Splinter. And I mean, for some reason, there's 60 of you guys. If you just tuned into this channel by accident, you're like, oh, what's this stream with 60 viewers? Get the hell out while you still can, because we're about to waste a lot of your time.
A lot of it.
But yeah, so if you guys haven't been paying attention, like a lot of people tend not to, in this offseason, we've got a lot of rookies, so it should be a pretty interesting draft. We'll be able to break these down as these players go.
Yeah, there's also a big disparity. There's a lot of high elo rookies, and there's a lot of low elo rookies.
I think we have the lowest elo person we've ever had.
Really?
As well as the highest elo person during the draft we've ever had.
Well, I don't think that's true. What elo is the lowest person at this season?
Bronze 4.
Okay,
that may be.
And that guy's gonna be on a team.
He's gonna probably be a sub, but
you think so?
I mean, last season we saw half to 3/4 of the teams use their subs at some point, so most likely he's gonna be playing a game.
I can't wait to see it.
Okay, you know what I can't wait for? The team that has the highest rated player that's ever played in SBL have to sub out for the lowest player to ever play in SBL.
Oh God. Alrighty, so not because I don't know how we do this, but for the viewers, how do we figure out who's got the say on who's first up?
So for maybe some of our rookies that this is their first SBL draft, so there is a theoretical salary cap of $20 that all 6 team owners have, and they will be bidding for players 25-cent increments, and each player will go to the highest bidder. The 6 team owners will take turns nominating a player to be open for draft. And the way our tiebreaker system works is the player who opens the bidding will have the ability to match a bid and win for that player. Otherwise, it is literally just whoever typed in their bid first. And what we see on stream is going to be what 30 sees, and he is going to be running this draft. So you will be able to see whichever person types in a number first, that's the bid that has priority. So the team owners got to be a little bit aggressive. They can't completely try to wait out their bids the entire time.
And it looks like, at this point we're establishing bid order to figure out. And it looks like it's going to go John Gruden, UTech,
Yep, it's
Muffin,
actually
Coffee, King, and Think Twice.
Yep, it will be as they are listed from left to right there on your screen, taking turns nominating players.
So, how was that determined? Just wondering.
Did they just roll on it? Random? Alright. Fair enough.
And yet.
Okay. That is good to know. 30's informing us he is muted, but can still whisper to us, in case we don't know what the hell we're talking about, or we're getting fired. Whichever comes first.
And with the first selection in the SBL draft, John Gruden is on the clock. Or it goes something like that.
We were talking about this while we're all muted. Who is it? Oh, fuck.
Oh, yes!
Wang.
Oh, baby.
Can I start here?
Up on the auction block.
Normally, I get to go through all this pre-draft stuff, and I get to throw all my thoughts out for everybody on these players. I didn't get to do that this offseason, so let me start right here. My wing is going to be the best mid laner in the SBL this split.
Okay.
But for the love of God, don't let him play the jungle. You see on your screen, he's got a 10 there for the jungle, a 10 there for the mid lane. Don't let him jungle. He did that for 3 years, guys. He finished last in all of them except for one, which was second to last.
Do you know what's really funny is I put 10 for jungle, but when I'm solo queuing, I'm actually playing top lane.
Yeah, dude,
that's how it works sometimes.
I drool, man, just thinking about you playing jungle because you get just crushed.
Yeah, it's atrocious. He's never been able to successfully play jungle ever since he separated from my teats, 4 years ago.
Oh my god.
But as a mid laner, I think Wang's exceptional. I think he's the most malleable mid laner in the league at this point.
I think he definitely should play mid, but
I mean,
he's not the best mid laner.
Being a winner from last
He's
season,
solid,
he's
though.
got to be a favorite, right? That's how this works.
Yeah, exactly. Pay $7 for him.
Rena circulation has been added back into the jungle pool.
Yeah.
Or into the mid lane pool. And then we also may see a flex from Camer, as I was talking to him earlier, of wanting to play mid.
one of the diamond players play mid, that would change things. But assuming it's just the traditional mid lane mans, I think you'll be better than Thrifty, and I think you'll be better than Babur.
Ooh, bold statement. I like it though.
I don't think it's that bold. Thrifty hasn't played, and he's been very open that he will not play. And the problem with Babur is Babur's scared to be the carry.
Inconsistency.
Wang's not scared to be the carry, but he's also not scared to be the support player, and he can excel in both of those. And I don't think there's any other mid laner that can do both. And with some of the really good AD carries we have in this league, having a mid laner that can play support if necessary, big deal. And
The other thing I wanted to touch on is that in the vacuum that got left when Swift, AJ0, and 30 left, the shot caller pool is getting kind of ugly. So Wang is one of those candidates that you're going to maybe look on to step up into a shot calling role again and command a team.
Quite possibly, yeah.
I mean, you can even look at it with Thrifty. Does he really want a shot call? Because he just, it's getting close to, retirement time for Thrifty.
He'd probably have to familiarize himself with a lot of the meta and whatnot to appropriately shot call. But we're still going on Wang here, and it's
Up to
$4.
4 to King. Who originally brought this up? John
John Gruden.
did,
Gruden?
yes.
All right.
You know what? 4 is a reasonable amount, I think.
Yeah,
I think if
also
you can get it
agree
for
that-
4, that is a very good buy. Like, you're looking at a fifth of your
Solid
budget
buy, yeah.
for an above-average mid laner.
And a consistent, good track record.
How often have you been playing Wang?
I've actually been playing quite a bit now.
Okay.
But it definitely has not been.
Well, I mean, that doesn't... You can play more when the league starts. It
Yeah.
just,
You
I
guys
was just
want to
curious.
know why Wang will be the best mid laner in the SBL? His girlfriend will let him play as much as he wants. I don't know if you can say that about Thrifty Senpai.
God. Dude, you're going to make Tim just come out of, like, full throttle, man, and be like, I can't let Wang be better than me.
That'd be great. Let's see it happen. Let's watch Thrifty go for the lowest he's ever gone this season.
I
And
think
then
he
just
probably
tear it
will.
up.
I don't remember what the amount he went for in Season 1, so...
Yeah, no, I don't think, because that was when he was an actual baddie, right? And he got good season 2.
Right, it's kind of hard to go onto those prices because...
Yeah, definitely. And we're still at 4 1/4. And
Yeah,
John
there were some
did the
people-
tiebreaker.
There were a lot of people hoping this would be a fast draft. Guys, there's no such thing as a fast draft in 2017.
Yeah, dude, you
Holy
can get the
shit.
highlights from our Twitter posts.
425.
Alrighty, and you are to the gentleman that put you up there, so.
How many new how many new team owners do we have this season?
Just Mr.
Are
Coffee.
there,
Just coffee, yeah.
yeah.
Just coffee. Wow, these people are.
I will
slow
say,
draft.
John Gruden took last place when he drafted last time, though. His team.
Well, 425 for Wang. I think that's a pretty solid start.
I could be happy with that. Yeah, I don't think I don't know if you got a bargain per se.
I don't think
but
it
you
was
definitely
I wouldn't
didn't
call
get
it a
ripped
bargain.
up.
I
You're
call it a
definitely-
solid
That's
pickup,
good,
though.
solid value.
I
Yep.
think it especially with my stats last season, like not only did I win, but like last season I peaked at Plat 2, and I was in Plat 2 for like a long time at the end of last season, and I don't think looking at season last season 6 stats, you would get much better of a value than that out of any other player.
UTech is throwing a shout out to Joey the Albino, but he put Splinter on the auction block next.
No!
Oh boy.
So it begins.
Owners, get your checkbooks out. UTech's starting at $2. That's bashful. And we're already at 4.
Put this at 6 and see where it goes.
These two are not going to be here for a week, right?
I don't know. At $4,
Imagine.
I could see that going for at least double. All
Start
right,
at
we're to
25
6.
cents.
All
$4
right,
go.
don't fuck around.
25 cents all the way up to $11 at
Yeah,
25 cents.
we're bidding at $2 increments for diamonds tonight, boys. Apparently.
Dude, as long as it's under $10, man, I can be happy about that shit.
We're to 25-cent increments now. We're calming down. Nope, never mind. We're up to 7.
Heaven, man, come on, man.
7.
My feeling.
Are you kidding me? You're not gonna go south of 850, dude.
850.
You're not going south at 850.
Dude, I hope so.
Maybe you got talked out. Maybe I helped you out in Wayne's drunken
Dude,
analysis.
Well, then
Like,
I'm gonna have to thank you because I was gonna say, like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm already back in the diamond. I was at that time, I think, like 80 LP, and I was like, "You're telling me I'm washed up? Come on, Wayne."
I mean, the thing is that consistency is king, and there's only been one season that Splinter hasn't made it to the
agree.
playoffs.
I agree with that. That's a good analysis.
Yeah, but guys, don't let the fact that Wes makes the finals every season distract you from the fact that he got 5-0 in the regular season and then 0-3 in the finals. Sad.
Sad.
Is that
It
the
is
second
sad.
time that's happened?
No. I've won every finals I've been to besides last season.
Oh, okay. So the
And
curse
we're
of
to
Cameron.
$8.
Yeah, it ended, man. I was super sad about it.
Looks like the great K King wants the King of the Jungle. Oh, Mutek's gonna match it here. Are you sweating yet, Splinter?
Starting to shake, man.
It's starting to shake.
Getting
Starting
the
to
chills.
vibrate in my seat. Yeah, just let's see, Splinter. What was your track record the last couple seasons? Was it 975 last season, and then like 1150 or something retarded the season before?
2 seasons ago, yeah. Highest
Yeah.
SBL history with 1150. Hopefully, no one ever goes over $10 again.
I don't know.
Besides
I
the Mighty Wolf
think
and
tonight
Cammer.
we will. Well, here's the thing: is like if you have both Mighty Wolf and Cammer both end up in the bot lane, I feel like that value is wasted.
Potentially, but
On the same team?
No, I mean against like if you have them on two different teams.
Oh, I see. Against each other.
Like
They're just
then you
on
have
one
t-
team.
Then
I
you
want my
have
team to be
two
those
high-priced
two.
AD
oh my god!
carries.
And then like
Those
who
two,
else
they're
would
just
be
a
on
bunch-
that team?
And then a potato farm.
Potato.
We have had a double diamond team once. I believe Splinter was on it.
yeah,
Yeah,
Magical
yeah.
Veggie.
Magic Veggie.
I don't know if he was Diamond when the draft started.
I
though.
don't think he was. I think
I think he was
high
high
plat.
plat, yeah.
Yeah.
And he became diamond shortly after.
Oh, we're to 9.
His one and only season. Does he have the highest SBL win rate?
All right, guys.
I-
Splinter
I
over
think-
10.
God
Hellraise-
damn it.
Yes.
Yes, it's
Hellraise
happening.
also won
Yeah.
his
Oh,
first
man.
SBL.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
This is where I would slow down for Splinter. Like
no-
$9 is a little much. We have Diamond 2s in this league.
That's true.
Diamond 2s.
Like,
You're
is
gonna
he
s-
gonna go
you're-
higher than the diamond 2s?
Oh my god. What
950.
the fuck, people? Well, to be honest, Splitter is a lot more of a shot caller than them as well. Like, Splinter's
Sure.
way
It
It
more
is
of a
80
Attack
carry
hammer.
in 27.
What's wrong with you?
10?
975.
$10
my
for
God.
Master Splitter?
$10. Think twice wants you real
Splitter, I
bad,
changed my mind. I
Splinter.
don't want to be on your team anymore.
Who the fuck is gonna be on this team? Who else?
Oh my god. Good luck again, Splinter. Your back is gonna... You need a back brace?
I mean, if it if it ends at
Now?
10, I mean, I went for what? If I went for 975 last season and we went
What's a quarter more?
5-0,
Alrighty. And it looks like Think Twice as got you. Final say. Yes. Think Twice.
Think twice. Master
Woohoo!
Splinter.
Bought the
So, I
Whew.
think
King
from
of the
here on
Jungle
out,
for $10.
I think from here on out, Think Twice just needs to bid $10 on every single diamond that comes up in the draft.
No, dude, I was calling it before the draft. I think this is the season you could get Master Splitter and Thrifty Senpai together and still get like an extra teammate.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
dude, that'd be great.
An extra teammate. The other ones are just gonna be bots.
Well, yeah, you're obviously not going to get 5 real players if you get Tim and Wes. And that's fine. You have Tim and Wes. You only need 3 players. Like who are the who are like 2 of the worst players you could get? I'm not gonna name names. There's no 2 worst players in this league.
Let's go to Ira Hibbs' tier list, and that is Sliced Bread and Phenoblaze.
Phoenix.
Phoenix Blaze.
Phoenix
Did I call him
Blaze.
Phenoblaze when I was
Thrifty
The entire-
Senpai on the block.
awesome.
All right, I do have a little section on Thrifty, and you know, I really just they're actually being really nice. 50 cents. We're starting out in quarters at the beginning. Oh my god, this season is gonna be like for Thrifty is like trotting Peyton Manning out in the Super Bowl. Is he there? Is he like was one of the best quarterbacks, sure, but was he really doing anything in that Super Bowl, or was it mostly the rest of his team?
$5 for 50-cent pie. This is actually kind of ridiculous.
I mean, I think
He just goes for
6
like
to
5
7.
or 6, right?
6 to 7. If we get into that, like, I don't know, $7.50 to $8 range, that's not gonna be be good.
I love these team owners. This is my favorite SBL draft strategy as a team owner is the sniping at 3 seconds. Like, you give it plenty of time for everybody else to think about this.
Let me tell you, as somebody who has moderated 8 SBL drafts, how fucking frustrating the modern SBL owners are. Because they all do this shit. They do it for fucking everybody. Like, you don't need to wait till the countdown on sliced bread goes down to 2 every time, guys. Jesus Christ.
So who brought this up? Muffin? Okay.
Yeah, Muffin brought this one up.
Currently,
Yeah.
oh, coffee
550.
and at $5.75. I don't know if the bidding on Thrifty stops around $6.50. I think that's a pretty good deal for a veteran player that might not necessarily be what he used to be, but hey, he's not going to be a liability.
The way I
late,
think
at
about this is, yeah, he obviously won't play as much, but if he goes cheap and he gets a good team around him, I think he's gonna play more than what he said. If he goes for a lot, he won't play as much. That's how I'm thinking it's gonna.
I mean, you gotta
out.
you gotta give a man a chance, right?
Exactly.
You can't have a guy go for $10 and expect his team's gonna be good, right, Splinter?
Hey, what was it, 975 last season? A decent team. I still have hope.
$6.50.
Oh man.
Man, that is a budget 50-cent pie.
I didn't think there's any way that would happen. I was ready for minimum 8.
I didn't want to say anything, but people might have wanted to have checked Thrifty Senpai's match history last night.
He has been
Okay.
rusty.
Guys, this is the thing about
still got
Thrifty.
it.
It doesn't matter how little he practices. Like, for some people, everyone always says it's like riding a bike. For Tim, it is actually like riding a bike. This guy can play 20 games and he'll be back at 80%, which is better than 90% of this league, in case you didn't notice.
I'll drink to that.
Also, this guy is so hyper competitive. Don't listen to his bullshit. I'm not gonna play this season, guys. Fuck that. Once he sees he went for $6.50, he's gonna get fucking like Cameron on his team now. Like, are you? But Tim's like, I'm not the best player on my team. He's gonna practice so hard.
Oh, or even worse, he might end up with Iro Hibbs on his team.
No,
He's getting that second diamonds.
Did you read his own analysis? He was literally boosted to diamond.
No,
Yes.
he wasn't. He's a great player.
He is a great
Literally
player.
boosted.
He's just trying to sell
Wayne,
himself
I know
short,
what
just
you're
like
talking about.
I did.
He duoed with somebody, but he got there
He
he's
do
still
it with
good.
somebody on a Smurf.
Hold
Okay,
on a second.
hold
All right,
on.
never mind. We're not talking about Hibbs. Purple.
Can we
The
take
legendary purple fucking
Can we take a
pit
minute to talk
pie.
about where these bids are starting? There is zero way in hell that Purple ever goes for $0. Why are you wasting our time?
I mean,
Have
I
you
don't,
mentioned-
Watch
okay.
the drafts.
I don't see purple going south of 450. Like,
No, he shouldn't.
Well, he shouldn't. He should go higher. This is what he
He
does
should go
every
at least
season, man.
6.
He comes out and says, "Hey guys, I might not be able to play because of work and stuff." And then,
And then he
you know,
calls in
yeah,
sick
your
every
team might
Tuesday.
suffer in the regular season, but you'll make playoffs, and they'll be like, "I'm here for playoffs, guys. I'll be here every week, and I'm gonna try harder this time." And it happens every goddamn season, and he goes for like $4. It pisses me off.
But
yeah,
are you
let me-
triggered, perhaps?
Let me get on the purple pickle pie hype train, guys. Purple pickle pie will not only be the best top laner in the SBL, it won't be close.
No.
I agree
Purple
with that
pickle pie was
statement.
the best top laner in the SBL last season when it counted.
Oh yeah.
He is so much fucking better than Mad Cow. It is not even funny. Like, everyone seems to think that Mad Cow could just, like, body him in a 1v1. That's not true. Purple is really good at 1v1. Like, especially once he starts practicing, which he has an extra 5 weeks of regular season to get ramped up this time, guys. That means he's going to be good by, like, week 7. Purple pickle
and
pie, he's
we're
so
not
Way off
versatile.
Purple. Are you gonna have him? There's also this. He may not be able to play because he says that now, if it's true, his work, he may get switched. He might not even be able to play this season.
He says that every season.
I know. That's why it tilts me. But what if he's not lying this time?
Well,
The other,
it's
but
a
the other
gamble
thing
I'd
you
be
can
willing to
talk
take.
about, the other thing you can talk about is you can literally put this person at any of the positions. I wouldn't put him at support, but he could probably play the
He
shit
plays
out of it.
actually
Yeah,
a
he plays a lot of roles.
Lulu support and Janna.
He can literally play wherever you want. So just get the guy, and you can figure out what the hell else you're doing on your
Yeah,
team. This guy
no.
can play wherever he wants. He's just a good video game player. This
He's
guy
literally
has
won
great
SBL.
mechanics.
He's literally won SBL in 3 different positions.
I forgot he had an 80
Yeah, but
carry
he always
run.
goes cheap though, Wind, and then he gets good players around him too. And
I'm
he
not
is
saying he
solid in all
isn't,
these
guys-
but
roles.
look, he's at
Do you guys
425.
want to know why he picked up top lane? He messaged me and he's like, the day of the draft, season 6, Swift, change me to 10 top lane, 1 everything else. When he was going to be 10 at like 4 different roles. And I was like, why would I do that? He's like, I just looked at the list of the top laners and they're all fucking garbage. I just want to body them.
It's true.
And that's how he
Got
became a top
bodied.
laner.
All right, we're at $5. I would like to see him go for the same amount as Thrifty Senpai, but I don't think it's gonna
I
happen.
think it's worth it. Look,
It
look
should
at his
happen.
position. His
It should
position,
happen, yes, but-
he is way better than everybody else at top lane.
Well, it doesn't even matter top lane. He's way better than 80% of the league at each position.
It makes me happy to see that he's reached the $5 mark. I'm just saying.
I
He's-
think it'd be safe to say he's the second best jungler, right?
All right, put
We
it this
have
way.
some of the diamond players, the rookies,
Oh,
are
sure.
junglers.
Sure.
I don't know. I think he's got to go for at least $6. This is still bargain material here. $5.50. All right, come on, UTech. $5.75. Here we go. All right, we're getting over
So,
$6 for
John
this
Gruden's
bonobo.
kind of going hard here. Do you think he's going to put WCF back together?
Oh God,
I hope so.
no!
No, he's putting last season's team back together. My Wang, Purple Pickle Pie, Camera.
He's got to get Camera though, and
He's
I
gonna
think
get
he's gonna get
Cammer for like
$10.
$8. Great.
$6. Mr. Coffee. Wait, who brought this up to begin with? Was it Coffee?
This was coffee.
Okay. Alright, so Coffee's really just looking to match at this point, I think. $6.50. Yeah, I think this is a good place for Purple to stop at. I mean, I could see him going for more. What did he go for when he went on WCF? Was it closer to the $8 mark? Wouldn't it?
It was pretty high. His stock
Yeah.
was at an all-time high in that draft. Like we were talking about him leading up to that draft. Like he was literally Master Splinter and 50 cents high.
Oh God.
You know, kind of like when we overhyped Avalite last season. Like every season we do that with somebody. We realized though, Purple not that good, but still fucking good. And
I
just
think Evo had a really good season last season.
That's fine. And I don't think you're right.
Besides his lane phase, he has
Why
had
don't
some of
we?
the
Why
best
don't, hey,
KDAs.
guys, Avalite is gonna get drafted at some point tonight. Why don't we wait till then to talk about Avalite?
Let's open up that can of
Holy
worms.
shit,
then.
$7.
$7
Let's go.
for the purplest of pickle pies. $7.25. Do I hear a $7.50?
It's a lot of
Yeah.
money for.
That's
Wag,
a lot
W-
of money.
Your last team is not happening again. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We like even if it doesn't happen, at least we drained UTech's wallet.
Until Gruden gets you or gets him, and then you guys have like $6 for good players.
Dude, no, I'm happy that he went 775. This is great.
That's a lot. That's a
I love
lot.
it. I love it.
Somewhere Thrifty sent by. I like to imagine he's like out for dinner and like he just gets a message like,
He just
"Holy
gets
shit,
a
dude!
ping."
Purple just went for 75 cents more than you." Just instant erection, like he's just touching himself out in public.
Can you imagine if this is the season where Purple goes for 725 and then can't play?
Yeah, it'd be
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Oh God. Not like this.
It wouldn't be great. I actually want him to play.
Oh, that's true.
Well,
yeah, one
don't
more
draft
reason to
me,
hype
guys.
up
I can
Purple
only
Pickle
play
Pie,
Echo.
guys. In case you weren't aware, we are going to be doing LCS ban rules, which means 5 bans. Which means the gap
Honestly-
between Purple and guys like Mad Cow, who can only play 4 champions, is going to be even bigger. Purple can play like 9.
Honestly, everyone that got picked up so far has a large champion pool.
Yeah, question. Who's gonna get 5 banned this season?
The
Bronze
Diamonds.
4.
The Mighty Wolf.
I really feel like it's either going to be Mad Cow or it's going to be Splinter.
Or the Bronze 4.
Oh, I definitely can sell that. It's probably gonna be Mad Cow.
See, the thing is with
The
Splinter,
Mighty
is
Wolf
Splinter
at
can
$0.
pick in the second phase. The Splinter can pick Jungler phase 2 and only get 3 bans on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll
Where
be more of a thing
Mad
for
Cow
the
is gonna
solo
be a lot.
laners.
Our
It's gonna be a lot
highest
harder.
elo. Oh shit.
All right, so let's talk about the Mighty Wolf, guys. Obviously, rookie here. This guy, Diamond 2 peak rank in Season 6, and also currently Diamond 2. So, pretty fucking good at the game. He's got a 10 down for AD carry and a 9 down for jungle. And this is a really interesting pick to me because this is probably the draft-defining pick right here. This guy, to have somebody this high elo come in, it's such an unknown, and you're obviously looking at spending double digits to get this guy in your team. And the worst part is that if you take him at 80 carry, his best role, which when you have a player this good, you kind of want to put him at their best role. But if you're going to spend, say, $11 for an 80 carry, you're now obligated to put a decent support down there in the bot lane. It is a bigger commitment than just drafting him, which is why I think there is a very good chance this guy's going to end up playing jungle instead.
That could very well be true.
I think it depends on.
I think he's still gonna do AD, but I definitely could see it.
It is also worth noting, as it was kind of the case the last few seasons, support is probably the deepest role of Platinum and higher players. So if whoever drafts Mighty Wolf is savvy enough, they can try to steal a support later in the draft. And, if you can get a Platinum player for, say, under $2...
I'm just Dan. Yes.
But the worst thing that you could see happen is if it has to be the Mighty Wolf and Cruise Master in the bot lane or something similar. Just
just to note, the Mighty Wolf is the person that duoed with Hibbs that got him to Diamond. So they do have that
got
synergy.
himself to Diamond, dude.
No, I think the Mighty Wolf
bullshit.
boosted him, because if
He
they weren't
did.
duoing, this guy would probably be a challenger, because he didn't have to carry Hibbs' shitty ass.
No, actually,
But-
the account the Mighty Wolf is only solo queue. He will not. He won't duel with Hibbs on that.
Yeah, he's I don't know, remember his other account name, but
Oh, is that
they
kinda like,
may have synergy though, so you could maybe pair those together for whoever drafts them, if you can get Hibbs for cheap enough.
Hibbs specifically said before the draft that he's going to be trying to make whoever gets one of them get the other one as well.
Yeah, and I expect that because they got good synergy down there.
Yep. That's gonna be a tough order. You're getting two people currently ranked in Diamond together.
Absolutely.
That's $10. Like that's $10.
It always depends.
Each.
Do these team owners value Hibbs as a diamond? Because I wouldn't pay diamond money for him.
I wouldn't.
How
pay
much would
Diamond
you
money
pay for
Hibbs.
Hibbs? How much?
$7.
With
Maybe. $7 if he's got a
with
good.
the Wolf on the team, probably like $550. If Wolf's on the team.
As long as we're at a pause, I just wanted to let
Just because there's so
everybody
many supports, like you shouldn't waste that much money on a support player. But with that synergy taking effect, I'll pay more.
know. I let Thrifty know he went for 650, and he said, "I can live with that."
Yeah, he's
And
gonna
then
be
he
playing
said
50
that was the
games a
lowest
week.
he's ever gone for. Apparently.
Tied with Season 1. He went for 650 in Season 1.
Okay.
Season
And-
1, it wasn't even called the SBL.
That was a long time ago. Fun fact, my Wang went for $2 more on that very same team. They finished third on the board. It was Wang's best finish for 3 years.
Worth.
But back to the bidding. So,
Wait, did
Dude, I
Copy
remember that.
reconnect? Is he back?
nope.
If you want the wing, you gotta pay for it.
So it looks like Coffee was not intending to go in on this man, which I don't blame him. I'd be scared, man. I've been on some teams that go after the superstar rookie 80 carries, and then they decide to quit the league. It was horrible. It's the worst
Thank
thing
God
that ever
we're
happened.
jumping into reasonable amounts already.
So over under 1050. Where do you think we're going with this guy?
I want to say, I mean, if Splinter went for 10 and this guy's Diamond 2, I don't know why he would
I think
go
we're
for
looking
less
at an
than
11.
Splinter.
It's gonna be an 11.
I think we're gonna break Splinter's 1150 record.
Woo!
I don't think we
Oh
will.
baby.
I think at least 2 of these owners will convince themselves it's worth it. After we saw the impact the Camera had last season,
That's true.
I don't think so.
But you still need to
I think it's going over.
to have a good support structure around your golden goose, so to speak.
I'm not saying I would spend 1150 on this guy,
Utek already
But I
spent
think somebody will.
725. He's not going over like probably 10. John Gruden then will get him around that 10 mark. That's what I'm calling. And I don't think John Gruden will pay that 1150 again because he took last place when that team had that. So
brought this
$9.50
pick up, so
for somebody that is. Oh, okay. I thought this was gonna go into the. Are we gonna see 10? Are we gonna see 10?
I think
feel like it's inevitable.
Oh, there's no way that we don't, right?
I don't know. These team owners are slowing down. I feel like that we might.
You're missing
not see
coffee. That's pretty important. As one of the two players that hasn't picked up or one of the owners that hasn't picked up a player yet.
Yeah,
I'd be surprised if coffee just randomly came in this though. No, it's just not. I don't see him wanting to spend that much money.
Oh, he wasn't even in the chat.
No, he
was
disconnected.
Disconnected.
And then-
and
okay.
He messaged 30 directly saying, "Hey, just keep bidding on this guy. I'll get in for the next guy."
I mean, Muffin, John Gruden, Coffee. I mean, they all got to be looking for star players. I mean, we see 3 other teams that have stars on them. Purple can be a star.
This is
you
the point
have
where
seen teams that have just had good platinum teams at this point.
But
you can
do those teams ever win?
look at the boosted friendship.
Guys, Coffee comes back right in time to bid $10. Let's go.
he said I don't want, but he could. Yeah, I think it's gonna end right here because I don't think anyone
No,
wants
it's
to take
not.
that $10.
There's no way we don't get a single bid snipe.
Alright,
We got the
yeah.
975
Yeah.
before we hit our
I love
first
it.
bid snipe. You all knew this was coming.
I didn't think anyone would commit, man, to the 10 because then King would be like, nope, too much, and then back out.
$10. That means Utek has $275 for the rest of his team.
I mean,
But this is
probably okay, right?
similar to what the. Well, never mind. They're not. This
I
team
mean,
would
you
be as
get
good
like
as...
a Cruz or a Zwerbs in mid that just knows that
Oh.
their job is not to
Oh.
lose.
Did King start the bid?
King
Oh.
just, yeah.
Okay.
I actually think that
Thrifty Senpai
this
and
would be
Mighty
better
Wolf
for
on a team.
King's team,
Holy
in
shit!
my opinion.
You know what's
God.
25 cents? Might as well go up, you said.
Yeah.
Why not?
But 2 people that have ever reached in Diamond on the same team. That's so scary.
Oh.
That's so fucking scary.
Lame. Just $10.
Oh
Jesus.
my god.
That is a pretty terrifying
Double
team already.
Diamond like, I don't care if Thrifty's not Diamond right now, but like, that's a lot.
Yeah, that is that's something.
So I
Yeah, they
think
still
from
got
here on out,
350. I think they can get a decent support for the Mighty Wolf, and then you're going to get 2 bottom frags, but, you know.
this
Whatever.
early in the draft too, you have to keep in mind King can also just bid people up to 350 because nobody can give them a reasonable support, right? Like, you can't give them a reasonable support or mid for 350.
But at the same time, King is taking such a risk. What if somebody calls his bluff? He spends $350 on a support when there's a chance he could have got somebody for $1 later in the draft.
Well,
As we all know, those last 2 rounds always comes down to a point where one guy has 25 or 50 cents more than somebody else, and they use that to get a substantially better player. I think King has to play this for late in the draft now.
Sure, we'll see. I guess that's fair. What about putting that on Hibbs?
Oh, my boy's
The
Sword and Mace. Let's go.
motherfucking Sword and Mace.
Sword and
All right.
Mace.
Our first round nominations, we've got Wang, Purple Pickle Pie, Thrifty Senpai, The Mighty Wolf, Master Splitter, and Sword and Mace.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I mean-
What are you trying to say, Swift?
I'm saying one of these things is not like the other.
Oh, are you being racist?
I'm saying The Mighty Wolf's a rookie, and everyone else is a longtime SBL vet that's been around since most of them season 1.
I actually think taking these like middle bottom tier players is actually not that bad early on the draft because nobody
it's not.
wants this guy. Like, you can probably get a better top laner, but you can get a budget buy right now.
Yeah, you get
No, I
Sword
actually
Mace for
love
like
this
sub
guy.
$3 and it's golden.
Holy
This guy
shit!
is
You would
straight
spend
gold.
$3? You would spend $3
I would not
on
spend
Sword
$3
Base?
on Sword Base.
Yeah, dude, he beat my ass last season. Are you kidding me? I'm garbage.
Wait, I've watched everyone beat your ass at some point.
Right, exactly. So don't spend money on me either.
I thought Sword and Mace last season was the beneficiary of a decent situation, and eventually teams realized how to abuse his weaknesses.
Yeah.
Guys,
But doesn't
do you
that say
remember
something?
do
Like
you
the
remember
fact
those
that
finals? No, do you remember,
Do you remember
the finals
Galio?
last season?
I remember
Purple
Galio.
Pickle Pie, like, I had dreams about the laning phases Purple Pickle Pie had.
We just-
I haven't played this game in a year.
we just circle jerked purple for how long, and now you're gonna say that Sword Mace isn't a good player because he lost to purple?
He didn't just lose to Purple, though. He, like...
Think of how
In the season, though, he solo killed him, though.
Yeah, accidents happen.
Yeah, I
You know what?
that one. Purple
If
was
I can
drunk
get a
that
top-
Sword
game.
Mace
Hold
also
on,
beat
hold on.
Mad Cow at one
If-
point.
If I
Purple-
get a
Purple
top
was very
laner that
drunk
can
that game.
survive or win lane against every single top laner in the league except for purple for less than $3, I'll fucking take that every day of the week. Because against purple, I'll just say, all right, play some tank, lose way too much farm, and then come back in the game and we'll be fine. Like, I will take that for sub $3.
I think you guys are giving that laning phase way
Yeah.
too much credit.
Yeah,
I saw so
I
much
agree.
there that all you have to do is let the jungler go there once. It's sort of, you could just take him out of the game on a lot of picks. Like, I was really impressed with how the guy did in the regular season last split, but no one even tried to abuse him.
Well, that team also had, and I'm going to agree with you what you said early, the beneficiary of his team. There was a lot of other shit on that team to deal with than a Sword and Mason top lane. But that being said, I think Sword and Mace is, I don't think his communication is great, but he is a good role player and he will play what your team needs, and he also has a decent champ pool at the position. I don't think it's super deep, but he does have a good mix of damage dealers and AoE team fight and tanks that he can play.
I do agree on the champion pool. One of Sword's strengths has always been this. He's the kind of guy that only needs to play a champion a few times to get a pretty, like, a serviceable grasp on them. So you could say, Sword, I want you to pick up, like, 3 new champs in the next 2 weeks, and he'll do it. And it'll be fine.
I also really like Sword Mace's attitude. I think he has one of the best attitudes with everybody else.
That's
in the
true.
league.
High
He does have a good
character on the
attitude.
guy.
All right, I want to talk about one more thing, though. Just because he got put back together with his star jungler from last season. Now, you know how I was saying how Sword and Mace is super gankable? You know what you want to do sometimes when your guy is just gank magnet? You want to send your own jungler up there. You know what Master Splinter didn't do a single time in the entirety of the finals? He did not try to gank for Sword and Mace once. Master Splinter had zero confidence that there was even a chance that they could save that lane, and they got swept in the finals because of it. There's going to have to be a big change of synergy on this team if they want to come close to repeating what they did last regular season.
John Gruden opening up with a real bid. 375.
The
Rat
Squatch
Sasquatch.
at 3.5.
A fucking name.
Respect is on the auction block. This is also another guy talking about Sword and Mace's champion pool. This is another guy that is, he can play AD carry, he can play mid, and he can play support at a high level. I would say high plat to low diamond level. And he's got huge pools at all 3 positions. Also, this guy, if he's not a shot caller, he's a great secondary voice, a la Tree, if any of you rookies have any idea what I'm talking about. But this guy cannot be banned out. He has a great voice, and he's super flexible. If your team all of a sudden wants to try something new, he can move to mid. He can move to AD carry. He can be what your team needs him to be. He's really good and really flexible. And he's a great voice on the team. This guy is always been value the past seasons, and I could see him going around Purple's price tag.
Just make
Yeah.
sure you don't draft him next to
Any of the
Blab.
boosted friendship.
any of the boosted friendship. Let's be honest.
Any of the
Boosted
Illinois
friendship,
boys.
Blabur.
Oh,
Can
how
I
about
ask for
this storyline? How about this storyline? Respect has been trying so hard to get Diamond before the season, and he gets drafted onto Hibbs' team. Who wants to see that shit show play out? No, no one. All right.
So
sorry,
does.
I'm so into the draft.
Can I get some insight from maybe some of you guys that play with Sask a little more than me? There was kind of been the storyline going around that he's actually a kind of a shot caller, but then I've heard some people say that is absolutely really far from the truth. I'm wondering what you guys think of that.
He can make some decent calls. I'd say that he's
somewhere between a tree type secondary voice and a full-blown shot caller.
Yeah,
now,
I would agree with that.
If you want to groom him into a shot caller and say, hey guys, we're gonna trust Respect to make the shot calls, and then he has to read up on what he has to do that, he could totally be groomed, much like what we were talking about with Wang earlier, that he might have to fill that vacuum that was left by AJS and 30 when they retired. He's probably going to need to step up and command a team. And again, we're up to $7, $7.25, so the same as Purple right now.
I'm unmuted. I would like to add, I think this is the season where he becomes a shot caller. You could just, like the points you said, lack of shot callers, veteran shot callers. There's going to be people that need to step up, and I think he's the guy to do it.
750, so confirmed. Sasquatch is worth more than a purple pickle pie that might miss work to play in the finals and cuck some nubs. Oh my god, 775. Oh boy.
Oh, he is going for fucking expensive.
He's getting expensive at this point. This might be danger territory. $825. Wow. That's a lot of money. $850. Oh boy. I keep thinking it's gonna stop there. Okay, Gruden really wants to pair this with the Mr. Wang.
I would love to be on a team with Sasquatch. I said nothing but good things about him in Wang's Drunken Analysis.
Hear that, owners? That means Wang's gonna just spend all season sucking his dick.
Oh my god, I give Sasquatch. This guy, in my opinion, is worth just that much. This guy has knocked on diamond doors so many times.
Dude, it felt like he was trying to say a sentence like, "Oh my god, we got such a steal," that he realized halfway through it's like, no, I guess I wouldn't pay more than that for him.
Okay, so with Wang going, he's going to be the mid laner. You're thinking Respect can actually play a lot of roles, but I think he's best in the bot lane. We'll see him
I think
down
he
there.
is best in the bot lane, but if you put him at support, that's doing him such a disservice. Unless he does become a full
with the champion pool, with the steep support champion pool, I think you're going to see him on AD.
No, yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
I think it would be, last season we got to see him with a premier AD carry and see what they could do. And I mean, they didn't do bad, but they didn't destroy bottom lanes, and that could have been something to do with the meta, that there wasn't a lot of engage in bottom lane that was favored at the time. But you can see that it's just wasted talent at the support pool. He's just too good mechanically to be wasted at support, unfortunately.
And Muffin still has no players yet. Is he even in the chat? Or Coffee? Coffee does too.
Coffee's been trying to bid on people, but I think was Coffee a team owner last season? No, he's the only rookie owner. It was UTech that kind of got burned last season. He got hustled a couple times, bidding on people. But let's see, we got the Mad Cow up now, and we're already up to 425. I do have a little snippet on him that I could share, since I don't think a lot of people have played with him. Similar to
Coffee, the man who made me quit League. $5.
Similar to Memenomics, this guy, I feel, really needs someone he respects on his team, or he's just going to do his own thing. And as we saw last season, it's really hit or miss. It can go off and just carry the shit out of his team, or it can just sputter and fall.
Can I present an alternative take to that?
Sure.
Last season, his first time doing serious pre-made League of Legends, he was on the biggest shit show of a team that has, I think, ever existed in the SBL. in terms of how much drama was on that team. And he was just like that, this is fine, dog. Just sitting there in the fire, like, I'm going to win my lane and kill the enemy top laner 3 times. And this is fine. Okay, I can handle this. He could not have been on a more toxic environment. I think it is impossible for him to be as fucked by what goes on around him as he was last season. And I think he has a really good chance of being more successful than he was last season. I still wouldn't take him over Purple Pickle Pie, but there's a lot of reasons to think that it'll go better than it did last season.
No, I can agree with that.
Also, he didn't have a single other person on his team to draw a ban. And this season, he at least has a chance, especially going on Coffee's team with still $20 to spend. He's very likely that one of those other 4 people is going to draw a ban off of him.
Wang, we have 2 more bans per each team this season. I don't know if that's a valid argument.
But he only had 5 champions last season.
We gotta get it up to 6 this season.
Also, like, the way he plays, he didn't play a lot of champions that you could use in they're very big risks to take in the first set of picks.
Yeah, I would say he has being on his team, I would say he had a very eclectic champion pool, and being as mechanical as he was, there were certain champions that you're like, well, why wouldn't you just play Fiora? And he's like, I'm not interested, I don't find it fun. And it's like, but you could be the destroyer of worlds if you played, Fiora or
as you guys said, I think it was that
Alawe.
environment, though. I just played with him yesterday, and I told him, dude, just play fucking Nautilus, most broken top lane I've ever seen. He fucking crushed these kids. And he's like, well, I guess it is. I was like, yeah, man, I'm telling you. So maybe you just got to get him in a less toxic environment of what his team was.
You just got to make him play the tree, right? Put your top
lane.
Dude, no,
I've seen him. He played a few games
on
$6
on. Just play
and
Maokai every game.
Maokai got the bid.
I'll be right back.
$6 for Mad Cow. I'd actually be pretty happy with that, all things considered.
Hey, guys, while he's AFK, can I just draw some attention to the fact that Master Splinter's solution was to make Mad Cow play Nautilus? Is that not the most Master Splinter thing you've ever heard?
I mean, he just wants CC and lanes.
Please, just play a tank. Play a tank, dude. It'll be
fine.
Play
CC so I can get first blood, please.
Hey, I know you did really well with Darius last game and you got a pentakill, but I think you should just play Nautilus.
Alrighty, I lost track of who's calling the next person up. Are we at Muffin?
Muffin better get somebody.
We will be at
Muffin needs somebody. Like maybe Muffin has Camera.
Honestly, since everybody's spent money, I would put I would put Camera up there.
He might as well. The only person that's probably gonna bid against him is Mr. Coffee at this point. Like, who else would have enough money to bid for Camera?
UTech could go all in.
UTech could go all in, but are you going to go, all in for Camera with no support?
What if you're like... King puts in at least 350.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
I do enjoy that there's some questioning of Wang taking over a draft when I drafted my teams for like the first 4 splits of the SBL entirely.
If I even have it. I'm actually going to just take a little step out of here and get that sorted out real quick.
Wang's like, wait, I'm going to be drafting the rest of this team?
The other king that we're not going to say the full name of.
King of Nig.
No!
Why would you name yourself that?
Hold on, if everybody in this chat just goes and reports his name on League, he'll have to change his name, right? That's how it works.
It might get worse, though. Alrighty, does anybody know anything about this guy? I'm actually going to go look up.
Alright, so he was gold 3 last season. He's got a 10 for jungle, 6 and lower for all the other positions. So he's going to be a jungler no matter what. Okay. And presumably going to be one of the weaker junglers, but he is a jungle main. I couldn't tell you anything about his champion pool.
Well, I'll look it up.
To me, I don't think the bidding's going to go very long here. I think this is Muffin just going for
Value?
something cheap.
Well, he's been playing Camille jungle, Kha'Zix Vi. KDAs aren't looking
Is Muffin
spectacular,
tilted?
but they're not terrible.
Muffin seems to be at full tilt.
Dude, Muffin's buying his time, man.
Muffin is literally always in tilt.
Oh, it's a constant state of tilt.
Yes, it's true. They only
Muffin?
in real life they only speak in all caps.
Muffin's buying his time so he can get his boy Camer back on his team.
Yeah,
he's got to get the
I don't know why
band back
everyone's
together.
surprised here. Like, Cameron got Muffin his first ring. He's going to ride that for as long as he can.
He's anti-him back up, man.
And there are still a lot of good players left. There are
Yes.
a lot of
This is a
rookies
very
in
deep
platinum.
pool of players.
You can still afford to be biding your time, and I actually think this is really smart. When there's so much talent in the top half of this league, you don't want to be drafting a lot of players in the first rounds. But looking like we're going to see King of Nigs, the jungler, going over to Mr. Coffee's team. So going to be pairing up with Mad Cow. This
reminds me of Sharkbait. This team so far. This team just seems like it's going to be a ball of fire, and who knows what's going to happen every game they play.
Yeah, I think that's a really tough situation to be in for Coffee. You're putting a lot of pressure on Mad Cow and King of Nigs to kind of get their shit together and figure each other out, because when you have Mad Cow on your team, the top jungle synergy is, unless they somehow nab Cammer, top jungle synergy is going to be what defines this team.
Yeah.
And I would have considered maybe budgeting a bit to go for a stronger jungler.
A dub drum or a
I said stronger.
Oh, sorry, my bad. A splinter? That's already taken.
Hold on, what? I was totally
Sensory,
zoned.
GG. Alright, this is a higher diamond, isn't it? Or
Yep,
sorry,
so
not
this is
plat.
a Platinum 1 last season guy who looks like he basically doesn't touch ranked. He's got a 10 for support, a 9 for mid and ADC. So
Okay, so this is a Sasquatch clone, potentially.
yes.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
I could see some good value here. I could
Well,
see
he can play middle,
$5 at
AD
least.
and support, so.
Yeah. I would put yeah, $5. Somewhere in that range. That'd be a good safe bet, I would say.
For a Platinum 1 player, I still think we're early enough in the draft that we'll see somebody shell out 7 for this guy.
More than Thrifty Senpai?
Yeah. I think
He is a really good
King-
Jaina player.
More than Mad Cow?
Yeah, I think King got in at the right time on Thrifty. And I think a lot of the team owners doubt Mad Cow.
I think
But
they
what's
doubt
with-
his champion pool, for sure.
This set of team owners, since we've had a lot of these guys now for 3 seasons straight, a lot of these guys have done a really good job of valuing rookies fairly highly, which is something that didn't happen in the really old days of the SBL.
No, I know, this is...
Right, that's how things like Aros happened.
yeah,
And we all see how that went the second season.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're
I just want to give a shout out to undefeated first person champion 30. He's great. He's great. He knows how to click those ads.
click them so hard. 375.
30, you won both Overwatch and CSGO?
31
Nice, dude.
both seasons of Overwatch.
Wait, there
So
were
what
2
you're
seasons
saying-
of Overwatch.
So
Man,
what
I'm really
you're
out
saying
of
is 11
30 and his team won both seasons of Overwatch, guys?
Nope.
Come
it.
on.
Literally just 30. They were all just like a
Bunch
sack
of
of
bonobos?
potatoes on his shoulder.
Yeah, I was actually on
Aw.
30's team the one season, and we didn't know how to play Overwatch, so 30 would just play both divas for our team, and no one else knew how to counter it.
Oh, dude, can't even give Cruz that shout out, man. He came back and helped you guys get that reverse sweep.
No, that was
Rude,
30.
man. Rude.
It was all
30
30.
was playing tank as well. He picked up a third account for that game. Just true hero mentality.
Right, he had one hand playing his character, one playing another, and his dick playing the third.
Oh my god. What a talent.
So, anyways,
Segue.
Sensory GG is going to think twice for 450 so far.
450.
Who started the bid?
This would have been Coffee, so Coffee tiebreaker.
You
if
know,
he
I actually
wants
like
it.
this pick because he has a top lane and he has a jungler, and he doesn't really know about the bottom half of his team. Why not?
He can go
Guys,
3 rolls.
User joined your
They're
channel.
gonna keep bidding on this guy for a while. Don't worry.
This guy is Plat 1.
That's
Somebody
almost
was-
Diamond 5. That's
alright.
almost as good as Hibbs, guys.
I don't know if you guys brought this up yet, but I noticed that this account only has 200 normal wins. Do you guys find that odd at all, or is that just
Some
me?
people.
So you're saying it might be a
Don't-
Smurf? A Smurfy Smurf?
I don't know if it's a Smurf or if it was
I wouldn't call it a
boost,
Smurf, just
or...
looking at...
Do you think?
I
What if
met
he's
people
like a
like that who
Dota
just-
2 convert? What
I
if he's
mean-
like,
Yeah.
you know, I played
Well-
Dota 2, how hard can League be?
I can't deny
I
that
mean-
claim.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I literally have no idea. I've never met this guy. I don't talk to him. Like, I
He's
don't.
He's currently
I don't wanna
gold
win
5,
with him.
though.
Again.
Oh, in Flex, in Flex.
Yeah,
never mind.
in Flex. He's also
He's
a
been playing a lot
support
of
main,
Flex,
so he
too.
could be flexing with way lower elo people. And
Mhm.
Flex was
Yeah.
normalized. It wasn't based on your solo queue, I believe.
Well, I will say that he does have a broad...
A well-rounded champion pool. And it looks like
Yeah.
this is getting
Does
picked
he
up
can play mid support
for...
or
Nope,
AD
Muffin,
for a team.
sorry, Coffee gets the tiebreaker. Think Twice really wants this guy.
I'm not surprised to see this coming down to Think Twice and Coffee going ham here because I think it makes a lot of sense for this pick on either of those teams. This is a guy who has a 9 or 10 for
The
mid
bottom
ADC
half.
support, and both of these teams need something flexible at those positions right now. This is a guy you could draft Sensory GG now and figure out what role he's going to play later. This just gives you a talented player for a reasonable price, and then you can get a value player at any position late in the draft because you don't have to force this guy into just one of those 3 roles. So $6 to Coffee, I like that a lot.
Yeah, no, that is good. Good value. Hopefully this guy pans out to be as good as his stats say he can be.
Well-
and that's going to be a good pickup.
Alright, so we still haven't seen... Oh, actually, there's 2 diamonds left with UTEC. There's Hibbs. Yeah, I know. Hibbs
What a day to
and,
be alive.
Hibbs and Kammer. I was going to say, UTEC is someone that can bid up Muffin for those. The rest of them can, bid them up, but it's like, that's going to be the rest of their money.
UTEC has to be careful. If he goes like below 9, then Muffin's just gonna be able to get a steal on those diamonds.
Yeah.
Oh God, this is exactly what Muffin did last season. This was
UTEC, you're a
his draft
diamond
strategy.
in my heart.
In the heart of hearts.
Let everybody else spend their money. Just
Yeah,
come
dude,
in,
UTEC is a
snipe,
fucking
snipe players
A
for
baller,
value.
man. He was healing 30 in me in this Overwatch League all the time.
UTEC is a BOL 2-time champion. This guy knows what's up.
Was he on that team in Season 1?
Yup.
Alright, well, 30 says he was not.
Oh,
No,
that's
he
what
Yeah,
was
that
on
was
my
T-Mick.
team.
It was T-Mick. Yeah, T-Mick. Yeah, T-Mick was a...
UTEC told me he was on both of them.
Well, I hate
I
to
believe
break the news.
Well, he trolled.
Breaking news, UTEC, you did not win the first BOL.
Oh, shit.
Can confirm I was there. Yo, guys, can I take a moment since we're taking forever to figure out who we're going to draft here? I want to tell you
For
guys about
350.
a superior esports league. It's called the Baddie Overwatch League, okay? It's like League of Legends, but the casting is worse, and it's a lot harder to watch, and I've won it.
I hope King opens
When the game just came out.
That's the real measure for a good game. If Swift can win a league in it, that's how you know that it's probably just
It's
RNG.
easy as
the
fuck.
game.
Honestly, he got carried. Let's be
It was
real.
RNG.
What are we gonna start a Hearthstone league next?
Oh my
Is that
god.
the next time that you win a league?
Ugh.
No, I don't play card games. I'm better than that.
I just told Thrift
Just
he's on
insulted
the
half
team
his
with
friends.
Mighty Wolf, and he doesn't understand how that happened. So this will be interesting.
I like how just blunt you are sometimes, Swift.
All right, so well, let's fucking go.
That's
King
what
has
needed
figured
to
out-
happen. That is exactly what needed to happen.
Camera $0.
Woo!
Why can't he just say like Cammer 825? Because if I get like a team
he
with
can,
Splinter,
it's
Sword Mace, and
350.
Cammer, I'm pretty happy with that, right?
John Gruden with the $5 bid.
$5.
Is Muffin asleep? I don't understand.
I think he's just waiting until it does.
It gets-
What more can he want?
I don't know.
To see if Utech's interested. Utech's realistically the only person that could punish him for this. Because even at 825, which is what Think Twice has left, that's still a good price for a camera. Who the hell sounds like they're kicking on their generator?
I think that's AJ's.
That was weird.
You know, we just need a
Sorry,
little
boys,
bass
my
up in
bike's on
here.
the way out.
That's fair.
And John Gruden
What
bids the rest of his cash for Cammer. For Sasquatch, my Wang Cammer.
You know,
and it's
that team
gone.
doesn't
The
look
dream
bad.
is dead.
And it's all
I think I just let
over
that
now.
happen, right?
$750 Utech wants to establish that he does not want camera going for free. Maybe. Who knows?
I mean, Cammer would be good. Purple of Cammer won last season together. Like, that was literally the team.
Yeah.
You really think though that Muffin would let him go for 750?
No.
No.
I hope not.
Right?
Remember what I said earlier? These guys get off on watching that countdown go down to 2 before they drop a bid.
I swear to God, if Utech lets this happen for less than $9,
Oh no, Utech only has 725. He couldn't
No,
even
he
bid.
has
Utech could-
1275.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, whoa. Yeah, I'm.
Yeah, you're looking at the
stupid.
wrong
Yeah,
column,
right.
Doge.
Yeah, already drunk. Already drunk.
That's fair. I finished my scotch. I don't know what the hell. I got half a beer left here. I might get sloppy before we're done.
Oh.
We're up to 57 people watching this thing, by the way, I think. Oh, that might be a lie again.
We're just that entertaining.
they
Scotch.
can't prove it wrong. There is no accurate way to count Twitch viewers.
That is the only way to know.
That's what I'm saying, 30. Viewbots confirmed.
Well, we could do like a Facebook reference with how many players in the league have like significant others and call it a day. If it adds up, it probably works, right?
Yeah, Illuminati confirmed.
We can
Cool, we
count
got-
like 6 or 7 for Cammer, right? His little like cheer club.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna.
Cheer
I'm
club,
just
you
gonna
mean?
say it.
I'm sorry, the cheer club. You mean the
Dick
Dick
Squad?
Suck Squad?
Yeah,
That's the
Dick Squad,
greatest
yeah.
thing to
Alright.
happen to cheerleading since the Dallas Cowboys.
I mean, I'm gonna feel bad if Cameron's not on Gruden's team, which he's not. So you know, Wayne can't lead the cheer squad.
So I am really interested to see what happens with Cammer this season.
$9
because
right now.
obviously Cammer was really good last season, but Cammer, he was really cocky. If his teammates weren't also really good, that team would have had some struggles because Cammer would routinely
Agreed.
get big leads and then throw a huge chunk of it away.
I agree.
It was Brett Favre syndrome. Like, he's the only reason you were winning the game, but then like he throws him a pick six at the end for funsies. And
Oh my
if Cameron
God,
goes for the value he should, which is double digits, he won't have that leeway to make those kind of mistakes when he's up, 1,000 gold in this lane, and suddenly he gives up 2 deaths in the span of a minute.
User left your channel.
Oh, we lost.
And
Wayne.
I think that's Wang going to draft his team Godspeed to the boy. I don't expect it to go well. Wang's.
Why you don't
Wang's
invite
not.
Wang, dude? He doesn't take his job seriously.
975 to UTech. Will it go over 10? Well, will the diamonds all be $10?
I feel like this is a situation where everyone goes for $10.
Nope. 975 for the Cammer.
I'm honestly
winning
surprised that Muffin didn't go 10 for
80K.
it. But then again, there is a lot of players left, and Muffin is gonna get a pick on a lot of them now.
Yeah, and this worked for Muffin last season.
Muffin's just gonna strong arm everybody else.
Yeah,
So we
he's
have
got
two-
so much leverage.
Oh, I guess purple isn't in diamond. I was gonna say we have like 2 double diamond teams, but that's not true.
Yeah, who's the highest elo people left? There's Hibbs and
Evolite?
yeah.
If we're
yeah,
going
that's true.
off of last season rankings, we do have a few guys that were in high plats. Some rookies. We got Revan Toad, who was Platinum 1, Salvo in Platinum 2, Renai Circulation Plat 2 on the win, Platinum 2,
that
I
could
don't
still
count.
be a good team.
and then quite a few players in Platinum 3. Sinister Beyblade, another rookie that was in Platinum 2, and then we've got like 6 guys that were in Platinum 3. So Muffin's going to have his pick of which of those kind of players he wants to put together, basically.
So he has the pickings of the plat squad that he wants.
And speaking of the Plat Squad, we've got Salvo, who is begging everyone to let him play top lane because ADC in 2017 lol or something. Not going to happen. Salvo is an atrocious top laner.
My Wang entered chat.
What the hell? Is Wang trying to destroy this draft from the inside? Is he the Russians? Gonna influence, strong arm some of the team.
So
owners?
currently, this is going to Mr. Coffee for 325.
You know what? Even if it is Salvo, and he's not playing, 325 is a steal.
It is worth noting, if you get Salvo, he is employed again. So after Operation Quit My Job to join the LCS went pretty badly wrong for him. And he's going to have a lot less free time because, he
Holy
works
shit.
a job now.
Operation fucking quit my job for the LCS.
Fucking no chill.
No chill.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he'd say that, he'd agree with that in Twitch chat.
And we're
Holy
at
shit.
375. Coffee's gonna make sure this doesn't go for free. I don't know. I would still spend $5 on a Salvo.
Dude, the idea...
Just tell Salvo to fucking shut up. He's
Guys,
playing AD.
But what
And that's the end of the
if
story.
what if he goes to Coffee's team? Could you imagine Mad Cow and Salvo as the star players on the same team?
that
That
team
is-
would be complete anarchy.
We created an emote just for that called SBL Cloud.
That would make Sharkbait Hoo Ha Ha look like a controlled, thought out team plan.
Dude, I think that team would be better than Sharkbait, who, let's be real here.
No, I would agree with you, but that team is going to be a fireball of shit show no matter
Yes,
where it
I
rolls
could-
to.
Could
There
see
will
that.
be 5 people up at some point, just randomly for no reason. Alright, and coffee for $4. Not exactly. I mean, if he can get Salvo for $4, that's a pretty good team. You got
best
275 left.
This guarantees that Salvo has to play AD. I'm so happy because the idea of some idiot team letting Salvo play top lane like
Muffin
he wants
just
to
bid
was
on it.
scaring me.
Because that Coffee
Nope.
team is not going to play top.
Unfortunately, one of our tiebreaker or one of our chat rules is that after the 1 comes in from the commissioner, the bidding is closed. So Muffin
okay.
did not get his bid in time. And
Really?
that's to punish people for trying to snipe like too
Snipe.
much of fuckheads. The draft already takes long enough. So Muffin does not get his bid in time. And he's going to Coffee for 4 bucks.
Coffee's team is really well rounded at this point. And he's got 275 left to spend on either a budget mid laner or a more than likely support.
Yeah, that's one thing we. Sensory
still
GG, that's a Platinum 1 player who can play either support salvo or he can play mid, in which case they have a strong player potentially at all 3 carry positions.
I still don't think that team will be as toxic as Sharkbait, but we'll see.
I don't think it's going to be toxic in terms of personalities. I think it's going to be toxic in terms of playstyles. Madcow and Salvo both have shown they don't entirely know what to do in League of Legends.
I just do things. I'm like a dog chasing cars.
And I mean, if it works, it's going to be really exciting to watch when it works.
Oh, hey, and check what,
Dude,
what
just
the hell? Why
get
is
him dub
Wang
jump for their
bidding on
shot caller
stuff?
275, man. Let's go.
Did Gruden have to leave? Is that what's going on?
Yes, Gruden had to go to work. Wang's going to be drafting the rest of the team.
Oh, awkward. Okay.
Oh,
So, Renite circulation. Does that mean if
That's
he
interesting.
gets that,
Oh,
does that mean Wang's
Guys!
going back to the jungle? Or
let me talk about Renai's circulation. Okay, guys? I
who's
made a
that?
statement
You mean
earlier.
Blab?
That's Blabour, for those of you that were unaware. Now, I made a statement earlier that my Wang's going to be better than this guy. The problem with Blab is there's something I talk about a lot called the burden to carry. And if you're the best player on your team, there's responsibility that comes with that. That's not just like, oh, I'm the best player, fucking everyone else step up too. That means you have to take the responsibility on your shoulders and you have to step up when it counts. Blab cannot do that. He is a great player if he's the number 2 on your team, kind of like Evelite, but he will never be the Master Splinter or the Thrifty Senpai who can just be the number 1, channel everything through him, and I'll take you along with me. And when things start going badly for him, he gets into his own head so much, and he just like completely loses the ability to carry the game. And it's a shame because if he could overcome that metal block, he could be such a phenomenal player. But I've watched him do this for like 4 years now. I don't think it's gonna happen. So if you draft Blab, get somebody better than Blab because you want him to be your number 2, not your number 1. There's my advice for the league. Which the idea of him going with Master Splinter is really, really, oh god. And there you go,
I'll take
guys.
it.
You got him that.
I'll take it.
This is gonna just be a better version of the team you had last season.
Like, here's the thing.
If
As long
Splinter
as
can keep
we
him
keep
from playing
composure.
Scion mid. Oh wait, no. Actually, now that I think about it, Splinter would probably love Scion mid because that just means more CC for him to get kills off of.
This is literally a better version of the team you had last season. Like Blab's gonna be better than Evelite was.
I'm happy with fucking Blab for 325. All right.
And Muffin still.
Good pickup. Think twice.
half
Everyone's
the
gonna
price
have-
of Thrifty Senpai. We've memed too far.
Muffin's like everyone else is gonna be at like $3, and Muffin's just gonna get everybody he wants for $3.25. What the hell?
So 325 for an eye circulation is real fucking good.
Well, the other thing you got to talk about is has Blab been playing? Because I haven't seen him online, like at all, since last season. But regardless, on to the next, because we do have a player on the auction block. It is Darth Evo, the Sith Lord himself.
I'm really
already up to
disappointed
$3.
that he comes immediately after Blab because I feel Evo is a mid laner, the exact same player as Blab, just a little worse. But you do get the benefit that Darth Evo can play AD carry.
That's true. He is a flex role.
But once again, Evo's another one of those guys who, to me, he just doesn't seem like he can handle the burden of being the carry. So, if whatever team you put him on, you want to make sure he is not the only guy you have.
Yeah.
You want to make sure
I'd
he's
agree with that for sure.
either the number 2 or he has a strong number 2 on his team, so he has somebody that he can couple with to snowball his team.
So every time that 30 says the tie goes to this person, he's not saying that you're part of the bid, guys. He's just saying if you do bid, so everyone realizes right away, hey.
I don't think a single one of the team owners are listening to the stream.
Well, one of them was.
Feels bad.
Well, it's happened
for
like
the
5
viewers,
times
yeah.
where they're just like, what are you talking about? So one of them was, I forget who it was. I think it was UTech.
I guess Muffin is, because he hasn't been bidding on anybody, so he doesn't have any players to talk to.
Yeah. Honestly, if Evo goes for 525, I'd say that's decent price. Plus, especially if he gets on John Gruden's team, I think that's a solid team.
Twice just tried to get him back on your team, and it's too late. We have
$5 on Think Twice, so not going to happen.
The only thing that scares me about that team, if it happens, is that I think Wang is trying to put himself into the jungle.
I don't think he can. Okay, so what would happen here is Evo would go AD, Resquect would... God, it's hard to put him, though, on, like, support for 850, though.
Yeah,
but it might have to happen.
I think it should happen. I think those three should be your bottom half of the map. But I could see them talking themselves into Wang in the jungle. It not going well for that team. But we have seen Resquect and Evelites, when they were on SS Boosted Friendship, it went pretty freaking well.
No, that is a very good bot lane. Very good.
Hold on, you weren't there.
You won!
I've played with both these guys at the same time. I know that they're good players.
There's Tilt, man.
Yeah, Evo can tilt.
Who cares about Tilt? I would settle for being tilted for the rest of my life to win an SBL, Kyle.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know you don't have very high
right now.
Here's the question, though. Evo is, like, he is a very good player, and Muffin letting that go for 525?
Oh, no, I
he has
agree.
$20?
That's absurd. I don't know who he's actually going to pick up.
Who's going to be your hard carry?
He is bidding on Reventoad.
Watch Muffin end up with like $10 to spare at the end of this draft.
Yeah, I know, right?
Everyone else has $5 or less. Muffin can literally pick any 4 players on the list. So Muffin gets Hibs.
Yeah.
Alright, let's look
at to pay $5 for most of these picks, though, if he gets those the last top tier players, though. If Think Twice bids him up to 5 every time.
Reventoad, let me look him
I feel like that's somewhat risky for Think Twice to do.
It is. That's why you got to pick the right players, right?
Yeah, so Reventoad, this was another one of the rookies. Like we said, one of the higher ELO ones. This guy... Platinum 1 last season, 10 in the jungle, 8 at sport, presumably going to be a jungler.
He is a Udyr player. The jungle.
Oh, is this the Udyr one trick?
Yeah.
The dirty trick 2G.
No, guys, Muffin doesn't know. I bet Muffin didn't read the power rankings. He thinks this guy's just a Platinum 1 jungler, but he's not. He's a Platinum 1 Udyr. Oh, Muffin's whole draft is falling apart right now. This is
I mean, he does play Zach. What else does he...
Do you really want to be first picking Udyr every game?
So he can support and top lane as well. Or he has a 7 top, 8 support. Obviously he is a jungler, though. So.
I like to think that Muffin, who's watching this draft, just heard that Udyr rant and was like, I better stop bidding. And this pick's going to go over to... Well...
I mean... 250 or 275 is not terrible.
Are you getting a support out of this?
I don't know yet, man.
It looks like it. I think you just got your support, and you got 275 to find a carry.
All right.
225 to find a carry?
Or, yeah, sorry. I dropped out of the math major.
That's fair. Well, this is interesting.
Are we at the halfway point yet?
15. No, we got a little bit to go.
Okay.
I don't know. Muffin's either going to look like a genius at the end of this draft or an idiot, and I don't
Muffin's draft, we spent a lot of time talking about this earlier, guys, but this draft now literally comes down to how good Hibs is.
Oh, God.
Because Hibs will probably have the best teammates of any Diamond player, but Hibs might be the worst Diamond player.
I bet we have Hibs and Dumb Drum on a team right now. That's gonna happen.
Oh, Wind, buddy, Kyle, you
shit.
are on the block.
Don't spend money on me. I don't play this game anymore.
The winningest top laner in SBL history is now on the block.
False.
No,
the other
you
two
are the
already
winningest
picked.
SBL top laner Because you've been to the finals or won the finals more times than Purple has.
What? Not than Splinter though.
What?
He's not a top laner.
Oh, top laner, sure. That doesn't count. $0.
$1. That's yeah, $1. Let's go. Man, I want to get $1.
Man.
We're just silent watching Wynn's stock burn.
He's going to Muffin, like, we know it. And no one else wants to take the risk. They don't. Oh, but never mind. There's the boy King. Just as I said, no one wants to take the. You're going to Muffin. That's like 100%.
I swear to God, if Muffin spends over $3 on me, not that it matters. Muffin has infinite money right now.
Oh, what the heck? Now everybody's in on it.
Everyone's like, we got to make sure we bid Muffin up to that $3 to group effort.
No.
$2.25.
Wait, $3? $3 on Muffin doesn't even like do anything.
Yeah, but at least does. I don't know. This is real awkward.
Like they realize they could bid Muffin up to $3 on 5 people, and he still has more money than everyone, right?
Uh-huh. Well, King can bid him up to $350, but does King really want to do that and screw his own draft?
Holy shit, I would tilt.
I mean, you're with Thrifty and the Mighty Wolf, so you're gonna have a tire fire everywhere else, but hey.
I guess the top half of the map might be okay if I'm not a train wreck this season.
Keep in mind, boys, Wind wasn't even planning on playing. He took the bullet, much like Harambe, to round out the 36 players to make 6 teams.
Alright, it's a little late to mention that.
We're already to 3. I mean, this was inevitable. 350. Oh boy. Will he make Muffin pay the price, or will? That's a lots of his dollars. Oh boy. Oh boy, Wind. Does Muffin really want you for 350? That is the question. Or did Muffin just screw King over? 375.
I was really hoping Muffin called King's bluff there.
I would have tilted. Not gonna lie.
Muffin has saved King's fucking.
That would have been the best 3 players at the carry positions we've ever seen, though.
Muffin, I love. Oh, fuck you.
That was a joke because Kyle's not that good.
I'm not. I don't know. Like, oh my god.
You're 375 good. You're better than
Than Renai Circulation.
Players. Yeah, you're better than Renai Circulation. Yeah, I guess apparently.
Damn, dude.
Nice,
so
dude. I did.
At this point, dude, you're getting Hibs on your team for 350 or 375.
You know
what? You're better than Hibs.
I'll take it.
Better than Hibs, confirmed. Oh, what a time to be alive, Wind.
Someone just might as well put the Hibs on there, get it over with, so Muffin can get his supporter AD for 375.
King should just put it on there and put 350. Hibs, fuck it.
Muffin, 375. Done. Thank you, Muffin.
Moving on.
Thank you for just fucking getting it done with. We appreciate it.
I was hoping we could have like a 5-minute bid war for that, to be honest.
Oh my god.
On the Wind and Hibs on a team together. Wait, can Muffin get the majority of the... No, Evil Light's been taken and so is... Those are Sasquatch. I was gonna say, is he trying to get the boosted friendship back together again?
That's gonna be the storyline between those 2 teams, is which half of the boosted friendship really carried.
Oh,
the bot lane or the rest.
I don't know if
Wait,
Thirty was.
Hibbs was the team owner for that team. He
Oh,
wasn't.
he was.
Because they had Thor as well.
That's true. Thor and Dub are both still unbidden.
Oh my god, don't bring the team back together. Don't do it.
Muffin,
Kyle,
don't
it's
do me
happening.
like this.
Gosh, you're still up. You could be pulled into this.
Oh no, please. Oh god.
Maybe.
Yeah, Muffin might think Memenomics is Plat 3 material. I mean, at this point, Muffin's got to just be like, oh, Platinum? Yep, I'm taking him.
He's just gonna have a team of 6 plats, and there's gonna be so much infighting. Dub drum, $0. Rub a dub, rub a dub. I actually don't think Dub's gonna go for much unless Muffin really wants him. Just because there's a lot of real life shit going on with Dub right now, and I don't know if he has the stability in his life right now to devote back to League of Legos at the moment. I mean, we saw a little bit of that last season with Tilted Forward, but I think he's working on real life stuff more than worrying about League of Legends at the moment.
Yeah, to top that off, Dubdrum had kind of, I thought, taken a really big step backwards last season, and he hasn't been practicing since then either. It's safe to say this is probably going to be the weakest we've seen Dubdrum in years as a League of Legends player.
Do they draft him as a support though?
Depends on the team.
$1 to coffee. Let's see. Well, that would be a pretty decent team, all things considered. That would if Dubdrum goes to Coffee's team, that is the Sharkbait Hoo Ha Ha team version 2. That team is a clown fiesta if I've ever seen it. And Dubdrum to Coffee for $1 is $1.25. UTech's not willing to let it go for that low.
So, something to note that Dubdrub did make a post that he has a 50% chance of not making games.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, so there is a 50% chance I can play every week, or a 50% chance that the only time I can play is around 9:30.
Ooh.
That's rough. Might not be even a player on your team. Might have to be benched.
You might, yeah, you definitely want to have a good alternative bench if you're drafting Dub.
I mean, he was almost benched on boosted
But
friendship.
dude, you might not even be able to be
Hey!
your sub. If he can play, though, that's a good pickup for Coffee for $1.50. I think that's a good pickup if he can play.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be a little spicy moving into the season, but looks good on paper as long as he can play.
The fun thing about that pick is that unless they get another player that can put King and Niggs onto the bench, that guarantees we'll see Salvo and Dubdrum together in the bot lane.
That is roll a 20-sided die to see what happens.
Just looking at that team, unless one of the rookies is just an excellent in-game leader, I cannot see that team doing well.
Which team?
That is literally
Coffee.
Sharkbait.
Oh.
Like there's it's just gonna be a ball of fire rolling around the map together.
Honestly, I agree with you, Swift. I would say that Salvo can step up at times, but you don't want that to happen. Like, he can. I've seen him do it, but you don't want it. Very, very risky.
So Sinister Beyblade, another one of the rookies. This was a guy. This guy's going to Muffin's team. Platinum 2 last season, has a 10 down for mid, 8 down for top. So going to be filling in one of those solo laners, most likely the mid on that team, given that they have On the Wind.
Is this guy a real one trick though, or
He
is
has
he?
the bench, baby.
So Sinister Blade has, or Beyblade, whatever. He's got an 8 for top, 10 for mid, and then 6 and 4, 6 for ADs, 4 for support. So, yeah, he's gonna be a mid or top laner.
Yeah, the thing with this guy is,
ideally,
as we you may have heard on Wang's analysis, and also I believe on the Hibs power rankings, kind of a Katarina one trick. Looking at rank games.
oh, he's the Katarina one trick.
35 games
Okay.
like Katarina, 7 on the next hero, which will be Garen.
Okay, so that
Oh
game's
my
not
God.
banned every
Just
damn
spin
game.
champions.
Yeah, this guy, I think this guy's gonna be in for a bad time.
Yeah,
because I don't think he's ever getting
out. That's great.
Don't worry, Kyle. Coffee's team is gonna compete with you guys really hard for that last place.
Oh my God.
You know what? I wasn't even going to play this season, so fuck you.
I haven't played since the end of season 7. I bet I can hop in a top lane and beat your fucking ass right now.
Probably.
Oh,
Is
God.
this the happiest you've ever been in your life?
The happiest I've been in the last 5 minutes.
This is getting too real right now.
Gotch, I haven't played since the end of season 7. I bet I can hop up in the top lane and beat your ass too. Okay,
You know what?
Commissioner, is it too late? Okay, 30 says it's too late. Sorry, guys.
You could be an emergency sub.
Make top great again. That's gonna be the tagline for when AJS0 gets back to the SBL next season and becomes AJS1.
Yo, guys, I want to just take a moment to thank somebody on behalf of the entire Swain Batty League. I would like to thank the United States government for many years ago in the Season 1 playoffs choosing to send Sword and Mace, one of my starters, on a very sudden deployment to Korea.
Oh God.
Because if that hadn't happened, I would have won the very first SBL, and you guys would have been hearing about it for 4 years, and that would have been, from what I understand, the darkest timeline. So, thank you. Literally, thanks, Obama. I never got an SBL ring.
Yeah, it's really too bad that you needed other players to carry you through an SBL championship.
I tried, man. I slowly got better and better players. You know, I had Tree and Salvo and Wang. If those guys, and Kragan, if those guys couldn't...
And Kragan!
no one can.
That was the factor that lost you it. And the Kragan. There's only so
And
long
Thor
that
is
you
on
can
the
make
block.
him, not fuck
no,
up.
Wait, I've been waiting 3 whole days. Thor 74. Holy shit. I have never seen a player go from, like, kind of decent to fucking Garbo the goddamn clown.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Let me stop you right there. Is this the repeat of Dumpster? What did you say? Can you repeat your words from...
Oh my
Trailer
God.
Dick Garbage.
Trailer
Thor
Dick
is
Garbage.
Trailer
Let's
Dick
fucking
Garbage.
go.
Trailer Dick Garbage, the mid lane.
Here's
You
the
don't
thing
want
that I
Trailer
think.
Dick Garbage.
Oh my God, dude. Muffin's gonna be getting these people for so cheap. He fucking is gonna have so much money he wasted. Tilting me.
Oh, we got that Beyblade guy.
Oh, I get it. Sinister Beyblade, like a spin. You spin it and it kills other things, like
Yeah!
Katarina.
Yeah,
That's
like
dank.
Katarina and Garen.
Oh,
He
you have
probably
Thor.
picks up like Wukong too.
What is Thor gonna play on your team?
Bench.
Oh, Thor's got a 10 down for support, so I guess Thor's your support. So you're just looking. So Thor's gonna be supporting Hibs, and you guys are looking for a jungler.
Yeah, Thor is just trying to steal my role from me. He wants to play bench too.
Yeah, but seriously, though, like last season, I would just watch Thor, and it was like this guy just had no idea how to play League of Legends. It was unreal. And it was a shame because there was a brief period where I was a big Thor fan, but this team, man, I'm excited to cast the games between these teams.
Oh, Muffin, let it happen. Let it fucking happen.
Hey, maybe you guys will have the best bench player in the league. Like, that's something to consider for you guys' team. You're going to have the best bench player in the league. That's a guarantee.
Yeah,
You guys could
so
actually
when
have a
all of us
roster competition.
fucktards can't make the games, we'll still have a reasonable team.
When everyone's quit the league.
Right. It allows us space for one of us to, like, tilt off the face of the earth and still have a reasonable team.
And we've seen teams in the past where that can be a big deal. You know, just being able to say, you know, hey, Albino Joe, you kind of suck. We're going to try somebody else out.
You kind of suck.
And then you have all of Twitch chat save Joey.
Let's not bring
Dude,
up.
I'm sad that Joey's not in the league
old
again, just for the
wounds,
memes.
guys.
Wait, you don't want to save Joey?
You know what? I think he deserved to be saved. I think that all could have been handled much better by our team.
Yeah, Scotch, what do you think about your last team?
You know, I was like, hey guys, I got a full-time job now that I'm, you know, I really want to commit myself to. I want you to know I'm not going to be around as much. And then it was like, what's the movie where the Somalian pirate takes over the ship and it's like, look, I am the captain now? That was Thor and Phil. I don't know what the fuck happened within 24 hours of me uttering that, but then it was just like, all right, guys, you got it.
Oh, at least half my team is the half of the side
Wait,
that was on that
can-
one side, and it's
can
not
hit-
mixed.
Can Hibbs play jungle? He has an 8 for everything.
You know what? Hibbs
He's
can
your
do
jungler,
whatever
huh?
he wants.
He's
dude.
diamond. He can do
he's-
whatever he wants.
He's your jungler now.
Wait, who's up on the clock? We're not even talking about Gabe.
You Gabe O'Neal. Yeah, Gabe O'Neal just went to Muffins team.
Oh, isn't he like good or something?
He was
He's
alright.
decent.
He was on
He's
the
a
West
good
team
value.
that came
For
second.
275, that's a steal. Great character on the guy, and can play the majority of ADCs, so can be a role player from that marksman.
I will say
position.
though, it's very hard to get practice in with him. Very hard.
Is he stuck with morning stuff, or?
Well, he's in sports. I mean, he's still in high school, so
Oh, sure. All right.
he's got sports. Plus, then you got to work around your whole team, right? So it's like obviously I work night shifts, so
Well, what sport does he play?
lacrosse.
League of Legends.
LOL
But,
esports.
Yeah, he had. This is a guy who had a really solid rookie season, I thought.
Yeah.
I had really low expectations. I thought he was kind of supposed to be like a Vayne main, and I literally on my draft board I said no, main's Vayne when I drafted last season. And jokes on me, I should have drafted that guy over Madam Strip. Like I don't think he's good enough to be the best player on a team, but on a team where everyone's gonna be kind of equal in skill,
He's not going to be a liability.
yeah, I don't think he's gonna be a liability.
Oh man, King's trying to bid it up again. I bet it'll work. I think that Muffin really wants this guy for his ADC.
I mean, at this point, then King
He's the most
has...
talented player remaining. Man, if I'm UTech or King right now, I am really worried about how I'm going to try to round out my roster.
Well, you're just gonna have like I Summon a Carry and Phoenix Blade and Failed Destiny. And Scotchanaut.
Oh, shit.
Okay, guys, can I take a moment here? How does Failed Destiny keep getting lumped in with those clowns? He is a clear step better than everyone he gets named with. Like, Fang was shitting
hold
on
on.
him. Now you're shitting on him.
Can I have it aside?
Yeah.
Alright, so Muffin, you need to draft Failed Destiny so that no one on our team can know who's talking because he sounds exactly like me. Alright, continue. He does a great Kyle Cat impression, let me tell you.
As somebody who just played an entire season of the BOL with him, I did not hear that, and I still can't hear it.
Really? Oh man.
Maybe Swift just knows you too well, Kyle.
His voice is a little bit deeper. Like, you're kind of up in the... If you told me you were bisexual one day, I'd be like, oh, okay. Range.
I
Our
wouldn't be
Lord and
surprised, to be
Master
honest.
Cruz
Yeah, exactly. Like,
is on the block.
oh, is he going to be a starter?
You know, on my notes, I put Cruz as a quality benchmark bench. If this guy needs to
Quality
you may
benchmark
be in trouble. If he doesn't, then it's probably in great shape.
I think one of these teams that's desperate, just UTech and King, they have to get so many players, and there aren't many left. I think the way Muffin's draft strategy, there's a chance that UTech and King got fucked more than Muffin fucked himself. Because those guys, they were counting on getting like some of those players for like $1. And suddenly Muffin came in and just took them all off the table.
Hey, do one of you guys have that spreadsheet with everyone's real names?
I can...
It should be on the SBL Facebook.
Alright, I won't waste chat's time.
Right there.
Oh, sweet, thanks.
Alright, Cruisemaster to coffee for 25 cents. Quality benchmark bench.
Quality benchmark bench.
And the best part is if Dubdrum can't play this season, you've got a storied support man to play with Salvo. Holy shit, the idea of Cruz and Salvo playing together just tilted me.
And Muffin's rounded out with $1 to spare.
Alright, so looking at these players that are remaining, of the veterans, really, Destiny and Scotch are the only ones that are at all notable.
No. Destiny's way better. Scotch is garbage. Well,
I agree with that. I'll save that for when he's on the clock, you know?
Okay, that's fair.
But looking at the rookies, I'm going to check real quick to see if any of these guys are in Platinum.
When we talk about buying power, King is in the driver's seat. If he wants somebody, he gets him.
He's in the driver's seat, but he needs more than one person, and there is no player remaining that'll save his team.
No, but UTech is in a worse position at $3.
This has been a really interesting draft. I look at these. I feel like we've had a few seasons in a row now where I feel like the draft has gone really well for almost every team, and I think this is a season where every team basically bombed the draft, which is really exciting.
I would say maybe it's been decent drafting where like no one's getting like as clearly won. You could also say too.
I can think of for the last like 3 seasons at this point in the draft, I'd be looking at the teams and going, "Wow, these teams all did fairly well." And this season, the only team I look at and think, "Wow, this team did well," is Think Twice and maybe Gruden. But
I like Gruden's team. It's just who are going to be their other players, you know, which we still have to figure out.
So we've got Zwerbs coming up on the clock here. So this will be really interesting. This is one of those, I think, kind of star budget players we've seen traditionally, who, when the seasons he's played, he's always outperformed his expectation, but he's never been like a fantastic player. But with how desperate these teams are right now, you could see him going for
totally
a chunk of what they have remaining.
Yeah, no, I have him as the gatekeeper for starting mid laners. And
he wants to play support though.
Well,
Zwerbs
probably not going to do that.
He does.
I think he's been playing a lot of support.
Yeah, he has. We played quite a few games the other week, so like
he wasn't a terrible mid laner. He just held his own. He was the who. I'm sorry, dude, because you were on my team and I'm legit forgetting your name. Michirugi. He was the Michirugi, man. That guy was fucking solid. He didn't feed. He just sat there and he was decent in team fights.
Nah, dude, Zwerbs is great.
No, Zwerbs has always been good value, and he has a really high ceiling. The problem is that he can't consistently get there.
The problem is that high ceiling is on like 2 champions, which you now have an extra 2 bans for.
Yeah, but
you're
honestly,
not wrong.
Can you blind pick Ari into anything and do okay? I would say yes.
Does Ari do well into Yasuo?
I have no idea.
Same.
I guess I don't know that one.
What the fuck is mid lane?
But they got 4 flashes instead of just 1, so I think you can play Ari into whatever you want.
Who's Prince Rosetta again? What's his username?
I have no idea.
Is he like Frisky Senpai or something? Oh no, is he
No.
Kiss Shot? He's Kiss Shot, right?
He'll say, hopefully. It is so hard to keep track of so many.
Yes, got him. Got him.
Zwerbs for $1. That's a pretty damn good pickup.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, where everybody's at with money, I wouldn't say go that far, but you know.
If I'm king, I would let Zwerbs go to some place where he's going to get to play mid instead of forcing him into support. Because obviously, if he's on King's team, Thrifty is going to play mid lane.
Yeah, I would agree. But he's not
Thrifty
a
really
terrible
wants to
support.
play
I mean,
top lane this season, guys.
Anyways, I'll
He
be right
never
back.
wanted to play top lane. He was just willing to. I mean, if he knew Blab was going to be so scared to be a top laner, he would have played top lane last season. But by the time we had figured that out, it was too late. But we'll see. You know, maybe Swerves in support will be a solid thing. Because we might get, maybe he can play more than 2 heroes. I mean, remember, it was especially that Ziggs and the Ahri, I think. Or it was the Ahri was the first, and then I want to say it was Ziggs was his number 2.
Yeah, the Ziggs was pretty solid. I don't know if it was his number 2, but I do remember his Ziggs.
I remember him, he had something he played a lot because the Ahri was almost always banned. Remember, the last season he was in was Season 7. He was on 30's team that finished 2nd place, won the regular season.
Yeah, 30, can you help us out? Do you remember what Zerbs was playing? Last season, when Ahri was banned, what was the number 2? If it wasn't Ahri, I was scared. Alright, there's no more real talk than that.
Alright. 30, and I quote because you guys can't hear 30 off the stream, he plays everything. So this is the stereotypical 30 hyping up everyone he's ever played with well past what's true. So it's Ziggs. There we go. But so this will be really interesting to see what happens with the King team. Is it going to be Zwerves and Mighty Wolf in the bot lane? Because I know we talked about early in the draft. If you're going to spend $10 for Wolf to play AD carry, you probably want to get him like a dominant support. And how it was going to be a big deal to see if he could pick up one of those platinum supports late in the draft. Zwerbs currently only in gold 4, gold 5 last season. So if Wolf goes in the jungle, that obviously won't be a big deal. But if they're bot lane together, Zwerb is going to have a lot of catching up to do to play with Mighty Wolf's expectations.
I don't
You have Thor on there above Gabe. So I would think that means Thor came first.
Why the fuck does sliced bread have 2 L's in it?
Because sliced bread with an I was taken.
Oh my god, I'm tilted.
No, Kyle, because it's a lowercase.
Memeonomics. I have a fucking novel to read about this guy. This is a guy that is so frustrating to play with. Similar to Dub Drum, but for different reasons. This guy has amazing mechanical talent. But he will get a lead early and get his laners a lead early, only to throw it away in the mid game because he won't respect the enemy team at that point. Like, he gets a lead and it's just full bonobo. This guy is like
he either fucking feeds, in my opinion, in lane phase, or he does good outside, and then you need someone just to fucking yell at him.
Though, Splinter, you don't see his jungle.
All right,
what are we talking about?
Because Memeonomics.
We're talking about Memeonomics.
Oh,
if you have someone to reel him in, he's a better player.
Battling his inner bonobo every game.
You just need someone to yell at him a lot, man.
All right, hold on.
Do fine.
Let me take an aside here. If you need someone who's just gonna be the meme master on your team, fucking pick him. He is like the meme overlord, dude.
I think Sasquatch is probably pretty close.
No, you don't understand. He is like the memer supreme. Sasquatch
the memer supreme.
Like, memer supreme.
Sasquatch is the Hillary Clinton of memes. This guy's fucking Trump. He's gonna go hard. He's gonna meme you to death.
He's what we heard last night, he cannot appraise Pepe's.
Yo, I want to give a I was at a party this weekend, and some drunk girl was like, you should fuck with this dude. So I spent like 2 minutes trying to explain to him what a cuck he was, because I was really drunk, so why not? And he took that like a champ. Took it like a champ. When I apologized, he forgave me. So, Zach, my cuckold friends, God bless you.
Wait, you did this to Zach?
Yeah. Somebody told me to troll him, so I did, you know?
Oh, nice.
Wait, he lives in your area?
No, it was on the phone.
Yeah, no, he lives in Madison. He's like 3 blocks away from me.
You guys ever party? You talk about top lane?
Oh, by the way, he just PM'd me. He's complaining about the Trump comparison because he's Latino.
Awkward. Failed Destiny for 25 cents.
Heyo.
Well, I feel like almost every team currently around wants this guy really bad, and Muffin should absolutely take Destiny here.
He should. I think he's one of the better players left. Scotch is also on the board, though. Can be a good player.
Yeah,
No,
Actually,
also,
he would be
he's
great on
garbage,
John
dude.
Gruden's team. Look at that.
He's
They
garbage.
need a top laner.
Nah.
I really
Gosh,
can't wait
we
to
all
see
know
Wang.
that's the plan. All right, you don't need to try to downplay it.
I really haven't talked to anybody.
Are you
I
ready to
have
watch
not talked
Wang
to a
gank
single
for
person.
Scotch?
I'd prefer if I was
Dude.
the 6th pick and I was just told what I'm doing. Failed Destiny to UTech for 75 cents. You know, that is a pretty good bargain. And Failed Destiny is not bad, and he's going with camera. That could be a scary lane.
Yeah, that at least gives you somebody with some experience to play support with Cammer. And Destiny, he's not one of those supports that plays like a total bitch either, which, if you're gonna play with Cammer, is very important because, as we saw last season, Cammer is all balls all the time.
He's gonna put his balls in your face.
Yeah. Whether you want him there or not, you're gonna get him.
Trying to think. The King has buying power right now again. Or no, Muffin does. Muffin's got $3 left to spend on whoever he wants.
Kyle, your team's gonna be fine. Sinister Beyblade could just be your bench player.
Nah, dude, he's gonna fucking spin to win, and we're gonna win this entire goddamn league.
What if he doesn't though? What if he's just
Don't
your
be a
bench player?
hater.
I'm
You're
not being
a fucking
hater.
hater.
I'm not a fucking hater.
You're a hater.
I'm just, I'm saying that if you think he's gonna be playing something effectively as a Katarina one trick, that
Alright,
might be an
hold on.
alternative fact.
Hold on, how many champions in League of Legends spin?
Let's see, we got Darius, we got Wukong, we got Garen, we got Katarina.
Alright, so we're at 4, we need 2 more, and then he can be, like, actually top tier.
Jeez. What else spins?
Alright, so it looks like he is going to go over as the supports for
Camera.
Cammer.
You know what? I actually like that a lot.
Fucking King. Trying to throw out that dollar real quick.
Is DeBomb the Sinister Blade person?
I'm surprised that King didn't fucking try to get Destiny.
I
But-
think King just fucked up and wasn't paying attention.
That's bad. Like, that's the best support probably left. At least that we know of. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
one
so
of
it's
these...
like- huge
No,
mistake.
guys, one thing. Mr. Lila, one of the rookies remaining, is Platinum 3 last season, 9 for support, which is by far his highest.
Oh,
So there is
well,
still
then I
a
But
moderate
Take it
Muffin
back.
support
also
player
has $3
available.
left, and he doesn't need anyone, so he's just gonna take the best person.
Maybe
Yeah.
he really wants TSM Bora Bora. That guy's got TSM in his name.
Oh my god.
Free
SM,
SM.
you mean?
Hey guys, if Wild Turtle was in this league, would he be the best AD carry? Because I'm willing to say he wouldn't. Be.
Yes.
So that TSM
Yes, he would.
tag, maybe not that much. I don't know. Have you
The
watched
fucking
Wild Turtle?
meme, dude. No.
I think
Wild Turtle
Hammer
would
Wild
shit on
Turtle
everybody.
would be a pretty good matchup. I've never even talked to this Ryan Wolf dude. I think he might be able to beat Wild Turtle. I think Savile on a good day
Don't
might be
fucking
able to
troll, dude.
beat
He's a
Wild
fucking
Turtle.
professional. Come on.
I think I might be able to beat Wild Turtle on like a really good day. If you camp my lane, I think we could beat up on Turtle.
Okay.
Actually, Mr. Wolf himself is in the chat. I've played with Turtle. He fed, so that's confirming my theory. Turtle
Did he feed
equals.
out of your goddamn pussy?
Except for he's probably in Challenger in your Diamond too, so he's better than you.
Feels bad.
Ranking's just a number.
And
man.
he's a professional.
Oh, wait, guys, I figured it out.
I mean-
So Team Muffin's gonna be great because we're all a whole bunch of fucking one tricks. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh god.
But there's 5 bands now.
Okay,
But
we're
the
all
entire
2 tricks. Got him.
Team 2 Tricks. Trick 2G.
Oh, speaking of
Oh,
no
fuck
tricks,
me.
Gotcha Not, the wild turtle of the SBL.
More like
Absolutely
Trick 2
trash.
free.
I
Drags
don't play
every
AD
team
carry.
down.
Dude, whatever.
But you-
Like, are you saying like, okay, I played with fucking Bjergsten and we lost the game?
Well, that was probably your fault.
No, actually, it wasn't. But
It was definitely your fault, dude. You had our Lord and Savior Sorenbjerg on your team.
he fucking
But anyways,
did
let's
amazing.
get back to the draft because
But he would never group with us. He tried to solo queue
We
or
got
solo kill everybody.
Gotcha Not going here, guys. And I've been waiting for this one, and this draft has made me wait a while for this one. Gotch, I have never seen a player who has as little of a grasp on what their own strengths and weaknesses are as Gotcha Not. Like, I watch him play, and he doesn't understand what he is as a player, and I think that's his biggest problem. Because I don't think Scotch is absolutely atrocious or anything like we like to meme about. Scotch just will not commit to playing the right types of tanks in the right type of way he is good at. And that is why Scotch has been very unsuccessful for the last few splits. And that's something that can be fixed. As long as you tell him what champion to play, and when to teleport, maybe what items to build. I don't know if you gotta go full salvo with him or not. I've never played with him seriously. Probably don't have to go full salvo because you got to really be a special salvo to have to go full salvo with somebody.
So I'm what, 3/4 salvo?
But looking like King gonna want him. We're gonna put. Are we gonna put the Thrifty Senpai Scotch and Not Dream Team back together?
Oh god. Well, that's the lowest I've ever gone for.
So,
Bright side, we have an AD carry this time.
what's this guy's actual? The Mr. Lee guy. What's his actual name? Because it doesn't come up on OPGG.
Who?
Leela?
Idea, dude.
Leela?
His real name is Cal Hudak.
No,
I
but
probably
his league name.
slaughtered that. I have no idea.
Like it's the wrong name on the fucking
Oh.
It is.
master list.
He's a mystery.
That's
Trying to
exciting.
smurf.
That's not good.
Wouldn't be the first time somebody had name changed at the last minute.
Might as well spend our goddamn $3 on him.
Nope, 250, 50 cents going to charity.
Wait. Is my like stream behind?
I never got put onto King's team, I don't think.
Bring back AJ.
Oh, I am behind. Alright, sweet. So we got 50 cents to charity. Nice. That'll help like one starving kid for like 3 seconds.
At least give it a minute, dude.
So, looking at these players remaining, not a whole lot of nothing really too obvious sticking out here. Bernie Sanders bot gold 1 last season, 10 at ADC, 9 at support. Probably looking like the best player remaining as I skim through my list here. We've also got Slim Boozle, was a gold 2 last season. Looks like only a support player. Everyone else going to be looking at, whoa, what the fuck? Soda Carry got the gold 1, guys.
What?
Really?
I thought he was
Alright.
like silver 3.
Wait. Hold on. Gabe O'Neill is Gabe O'Neill's real fucking name? I'm tilted.
John Gruden's is John Gruden's real name.
But why?
Why not?
I
Tim?
don't care about these other people. Like, why? Oh my god.
It's a good way to pick up chicks. Like, just imagine hypothetical situation. You, 17-year-old, you're in high school. All you want to do is plow pussy and play League of Legends. What if you shit on some chick in League of Legends and she's like, "Oh my god, Gabe O'Neill, are you Gabe O'Neill? I know you."
I watched the SBL. Oh my god. You made it to the
watched
finals.
The SBL. Take me.
Take me. Plow my goddamn pussy right now.
I bet that's happened to one person.
I'll ask him. They're both on my team.
Was it Wang?
Only one is on my team.
It was actually probably Wang.
Yeah, dude. Wang and Lauren just
Like,
played some.
no,
Like, fantasy.
Wang like 4 years ago, but we're not gonna go into that talk. We could keep that off stream. Fuck, I
Fair
think
enough, fair
Isona
enough.
Carey could be the best player remaining. That's exciting. I love that guy. That guy's fucking great. I want to see him play as Soda, but you guys were all too scared to give it to him.
It's his fucking name. Why would you just not ban it?
What if he's just metagaming? What if he actually can't play Soda and the 500 games of ranked as Soda last year were just a fucking mind game us?
The long con, man.
He's a goddamn Jedi, dude.
And Slim Boozy is on here. I've played a couple games with this guy. He's definitely not going to light a fire under the league. But
So, who do you think John Gruden is going to go for? Well, it's obviously Wang drafting now, but like they still need 3 people.
I don't know. I imagine Kiss Shot and maybe this Bernie Sanders bot.
Oh, yeah, definitely going to go for Bernie Sanders and then just whatever gold players he can get his hands on.
Fuck.
He can't get whatever player though. Think Twice has the most money. He
Damn
can
it.
choose his whatever player he wants. So
Maybe he's going to just take sliced bread, accept his fate. Jeez, look, could you imagine how awesome that would be? I saw you in the SBL. Take me. I'm gonna start messaging that to people when they go off. Wang's gonna show up to the next land. Wang, I watched you at the SBL. Take me.
Oh man.
Hey guys, SBL's gonna be a tag on Pornhub by the end of the season. That's my ex-commissioner goal. So Slim Boozle going over to Gruden for only 75 cents too, so they could still have some say in who they get. Wang got to be probably pretty ecstatic about that. Although so Slim Boozle, as we said, 10 in support, 6 or lower for everything else. I think that guarantees we're gonna get Wang in the jungle, guys.
what is Slim Boozy? What does he play?
Support mostly.
Okay.
Support exclusively.
Yeah, I mean the guy is
Interesting.
What do I want to say? Like, I don't think he's gonna light the world on fire, but he's pretty decent. And
That team can do a lot of things. Sorry
Yeah.
to cut you off there, Scotch.
I think for that team, I'm guessing it's gonna be Everlight mid, Rasas at 80 carry. Rasasquatch, from what I've gathered, probably the kind of guy that can teach somebody like Slim if he needs to learn a bit about the game. So I would think that's probably in a pretty good situation.
I think you are
For the
seeing
guy
him
to
go
be.
mid. Yeah, I think Wang's gonna have to jungle based on
Oh,
what
100% Wang's the jungler. And
Yeah, that team's
that's
fucked
gonna-
now though.
I know.
I was really liking that lineup though, with Wang, Resquect, and Evo. It's just it's unfortunate for him that Resquect had to go for 850. I think he's a really good player, but 850 is really high.
Yeah, that is looking like a early lead for overpay of the draft to me. Rasat's going to have a lot of pressure, which he did not live up to last season.
I think he did all right. I mean, based
did
on
all
his
right.
team, like what he had to deal with. He's a good player. I played a lot with him. He's just not 850 good.
Exactly. And once you go for 850, you got to be 850 good.
Yeah.
We've never had, in the history of the SBL, there have not been very many even individual splits where a player has been 850 good. I mean, that's what we're talking prime Splinter, prime Thrifty. We've seen plenty of seasons where Thrifty isn't even 850 good, and it costs the team.
Wait, guys, who's the bronze 4?
That would be sliced bread.
Wait, really?
Well, we can OPGG him real quick. Feeling like a journalist right now.
Unranked. Okay, I see. There's too much shit.
What? Nope. Let me show you guys this link. You can call me Richard Lewis because I just did some investigation. That guy is in bronze 4 with 10 wins and 20 losses.
Who?
Holy
Sliced bread.
shit.
Sliced bread. You know what? If you're in bronze 4,
Sliced.
you deserve to have that second L pronounced.
Soul spread.
Feels bad, man.
I used to live with that guy. He's a nice guy. But
Wait, did you really? Do I know him?
I wouldn't think so. He drafted teams the first 2 seasons of the SBL.
Yeah, he
You
was my
remember
draft.
Slice
He
Breads,
drafted
Mighty Toasters?
Yeah, dude.
Or-
we won.
Mighty
Slice Breads, Mighty
Dude, that
Toasters.
was a great team name.
That is a great.
Muffin left. He's like, I'm out of here, dude. I drafted already.
What a bunch of jabronis.
Muffin gives no fucks.
He's got nothing left to do.
He's just like, I'll make Wind like do whatever he doesn't want to anymore. Fuck it. Nice try, Wind.
For
Trying
what
to
it's
escape.
worth, Muffin is a guy who has put together some teams that on paper did not look like they had a chance that have gone on to do very well. Waifu Superstar was wrote off for dead after they were drafted. I remember slamming shots of vodka in my kitchen, explaining to Zedekias how my team was the most fucked I had ever been on. We finished third, almost second.
Which team was that?
That was Waifu Superstar.
Who was
Is
on
that the one that had
team?
Kragan on it? With...
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
And that was
Dude,
the one
no,
where-
that team did way better than I thought it would.
Yeah, that team did.
Unfortunately, Kragan just ran out of gas and he couldn't listen to you guys enough or some shit.
Yeah,
He
it was kinda
fucked
like
up
that.
later
And that
on
was
in the
also everyone forgets going into that season. I had never intended to play top lane again, and suddenly I had to play top lane because we had Salvo. I was so upset in the middle of that draft. But in last season, no one expected Muffin's team to be as like dominant as they got to when they finally found their full speed, and they were super good by the end of last season.
You know, I
So
know
the
these
carry-
last 8 picks are somewhat important, but it's gonna get kind of boring now, right?
I mean, I just
That's why
finished,
we've talked about a lot of other stuff.
I just finished 4 fingers of scotch and a beer. I'm pretty lucid at the moment.
4 fingers.
Yeah, dude, don't you know
Got
how to
him.
measure liquor in a glass?
Yeah, dude. Wait. But how? What about the thickness of the glass? Doesn't that matter?
Yeah, but who cares? You just put the glass on the table, and you put your fingers out there, and you measure it out.
This is
That
why
easy
Scotch is
fucking fill the
popular with the
glass.
ladies.
Sure.
The 4-finger test women.
Oh
The
my
problem is
God.
no woman's gonna be like, Scotch, I saw you in the SBL take.
Maybe after season 6, but yeah, definitely not in recent history. Spiffy up for 0.
Going over this last pick real quick. Sona Kitty on Think Twice's team. Kind of interesting to me because that probably doesn't give Sona Carey a chance to start. He's going to be going up against Revento at Platinum 1, who is presumably going to be playing support for that team.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
So
Wait,
unless
wait,
we
I mean,
hold
we'll
on.
see.
Hold on. What if they end up with Slow Spread as their last pick?
then
What the
they're going to
hell?
have some interesting questions about who plays AD carry.
No, come on. You guys aren't stupid. You know who's going to be on that team.
You be on that team?
Who's going to be on that team?
Wait, how much did Sona Carey go for? $1? 75 cents? Okay.
Oh, then you
75.
guys are good. So you guys
Yeah,
get
we
Bernie
get a pick
Sanders
still.
bot. You guys get Bernie Sanders bot as your AD carry.
Yep.
So yes, looks like Sona Carey will be the bench. So we
Yeah,
might,
it's
we
looking
might
that
not,
way.
We might not see that Sona this season.
That's too bad.
The legendary Sona one trick might be sitting
Wait, how did Camera go for $9.75?
because that was what was
Muffin
available.
didn't pay more.
Oh, that's
Oh
right.
my god.
Yeah, but no, Muffin kind of fucked up there. I think he should have paid a little more because he still
You know
could have
what?
got a lot of good role players plus your hard carry. He doesn't have a hard carry, in my opinion.
Muffin's got the
But we'll
Hunger
talk
Games
about
of
that later.
teams.
Muffin's got like the even split.
Who the hell is gonna be benched? And they're gonna be so salty when they are.
I won't be. Bench me, dude.
Bench me.
I
Guys,
didn't want to play anyway.
What if Hibbs is actually that good though?
Oh my god.
He's not.
No,
What
not
if it
that
goes
good.
to the season
Kyle.
and Hibbs like hard carries this entire thing?
Kyle, do you have like a strong like visualization skills? Can you close your eyes for me and just let's go on an imaginative journey?
Alright, my eyes are closed.
All right, he's playing Bane. He's tumbling forward.
Wait,
he's
but he's
diving the
support.
enemy towers at level 2. No, he's the fucking AD carry.
No, he's support.
diamond. He's diamond. You're not gonna put your diamond on
Wake
support.
me up.
We just did.
He's diving the enemy towers. It's 1v5. What is he doing? That's not Iroh Hips. That's TSM Wild Turtle. Oh my god. He's killing them all.
Wait, can we at least have double lift because he retired?
Anyways, then we're going to skip to the part where you wake up and that's not how it works. You got your last place. It's a shame.
Damn. I got hopeful for a second.
All right, so we got...
I don't know why you
Sanders
took
back.
pause. There's no one that can even pay more, so it's sold. And then we're pausing. Maybe he had to just leave though.
He needs to go masturbate a little bit.
Yeah. Who's gonna be my final two?
Bernie Sanders back going out to round out Think Twice's team, which I gotta say, of all the teams on paper, probably the one I'd feel the best about at first glance.
I'm happy with it. I think he did a good job. We'll talk about it later.
Wait, do you guys have an
We're doing the
ABC
post
yet?
draft, so
Oh, you get Bernie Sanders spot, okay.
yeah. And you know what? I enjoy being on Think Twice's team because he is a good drafter. He's proven it.
But hold on, Splinter, how do you feel about liberals?
Dude, no, we don't get in politics.
I feel like every season, I Think Twice, like, by the end of the first, 9 picks or so, I'm like, Jesus Christ, he has no idea what the fuck he's doing. What a fucking moron. And at the end of the draft, I'm like, wow, he put together an alright team. How did that happen?
Yeah, no, he's been a solid drafter these past 3 seasons.
I mean, he's just
this one's
drafted
yet to
you
be
and
seen,
figured
but
it
I
out
think
from
he's done
there.
a good job.
Yeah, you don't have to think twice about his drafting capabilities.
Yeah, man.
Oh, tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Good timing there, Swift. I love that.
What?
Think twice. Shit, the one season AJS likes my team.
That isn't a good sign. It's true. He did talk shit, I think, about all of his teams that he drafted.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it more, I never like any of his teams by the end. But a lot of them finish well. A lot of them do completely outperform my expectations, which, as anyone who's been around this league for a while knows, our guesstimates of how these teams are going to do tends to not be super accurate. It is very tough to predict how 6 players are going to come together and form a League of Legends team.
Yeah.
Alright, and it looks like we just got table scraps left, to be honest. We got a lot of the bottom ringers left here.
Yeah, of the players remaining, we've got Frisky Senpai was at Gold 4 last season. Kishot Gold 5 last season. TSM Bora Bora Gold 5 last season. So that's going to kind of be your cream of the crop in terms of rank. And when you're talking Gold 5, you kind of know what you're going to get with a Gold 5.
A Sona one trick? No? Alright.
It's better to have one trick than gotten to gold than to have been stuck in silver forever.
I remember when I was stuck in silver.
Before you got boosted?
Before I got boosted. You know what? Let me tell you about that. So I was super salty because I wasn't able to play enough League of Legends at the end of the season when Elise was the Victoria skin, and Elise was my main bay. And that was tilting, man.
Feels bad. King, just realizing that February 7th is the first week of the SBL.
Wait, game 1 is next week?
Correct.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you better work on your synergy real fast.
I better work on how to not be garbage. That's what you actually mean?
Alright, excuse me for a second. My team is asking for consultation.
Goodbye, Scotch. It was a pleasure drafting.
No,
analyzing
here,
the draft with you.
I gotta, I just gotta chat, so I'll be quiet for a second.
Man, Sword and Mace, that reminds me of a great story. Once upon a time, I was on an SBL team where Sword and Mace was our bench player. And then right before the playoffs, our starter, I'm Just Dan, aka Victor Yi 30 30. They can't see you, can they?
Okay, but hold on.
Also,
Dan's
Zesma's
great,
my
though.
main. Dan is great. But then he got a 2-week ban before the playoffs. Now to play on Sword Mace's account. He logs into this guy's account, and the first thing he says is, he has 7 root pages just for Poppy!
That was great. Hold on, that was great, though.
I don't know which one of these can I delete. I need to delete one for my own. Do you think he'll notice if the support Poppy page is gone? Also, this was in like season 3 before support Poppy was a thing.
Yeah, this was pre-WeWork Poppy. This guy's a fucking hero. Let me say, I respect anyone who plays pre-WeWork Poppy, because that chick, like, Poppy was great. Poppy's great. Pre-WeWork Poppy, you basically, like, just get 2 items, and you just say, fuck your team, your AD carry doesn't exist.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
That was great. Nothing but respect, Sergeant Mace. Nothing but respect.
Alright, so John Gruden's team is rounded out with Kiss Hot Underland.
Yep.
What do you think is going to be the bench on that?
If I had to guess,
It's gonna be a Hunger Games between Kishot and Spiffy, to be honest.
I mean, they may not even know. They may have to
Or
test
wait,
out
Boozy
shit.
too. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I think they may have to just test stuff out.
Yeah, I'm guessing
Who's
it'll be
who's their
Kishot or
top
Spiffy.
laner?
Oh my god, is Wayne gonna play top lane?
I know this isn't going to happen, but Resquat can play top lane. He does actually decent on the tank meta.
It's not gonna happen.
I don't think it will.
Wayne actually
I'm
plays
just putting
top
it
lane
out there.
in
He
ranks.
can. I've played with him. He can do it, but I don't think he should.
Alright, so looking at the players on their team, the highest anyone has top lane put is at 6 with Kishot and Spiffy, but Wang, despite only putting a 5, he does usually solo queue as mid top. And we all know Wang plays a ton.
That's
I actually
surprised
think
if he does
there's
that.
a good chance that Wang is going to be their jungler.
You would seriously?
sorry,
He
the
puts
top laner.
top as a secondary, not jungle.
Don't ask me. This
You
is
would
the
get
mind.
mid more often. That's why I'm questioning it, because top lane you're always going to get that secondary, because people don't queue up for it a whole lot. At least maybe it changed in the recent patch.
But,
Honestly, I
if-
don't mind playing top anymore. The fucking
if-
tank meta is so easy to play.
If Wang does go into top lane, though, then their options in the jungle, they've got Sasquatch with an 8, otherwise Grand Spiffy with a 7. They're going to be doing something awkward with the jungle if Wang goes top. This is going to be one of those SBL awkward teams where somebody's playing their third
Swift.
role that you don't want to be. I can't wait.
Swift.
So kind
I
of like
played top
Joey's
Nautilus.
top lane Emporium.
What? Really? I would think that you would get top more often, but I guess I don't queue mid top, so I wouldn't know. Dude, top Nautilus is a fucking monster. When I have to top, I play that guy. I got an 83% win rate on him. Of course, my one loss came from Jungle Nautilus because I was just feeling it. I got a DC. It sucked. Anyways, we got a TSM player up for bid here. 25 cents.
That's a good price for a TSM
Yo.
player, right?
Yeah.
For real, though, Wes, like, do you think Wild Turtle might be better than Cameron?
Dude, I'm not going for your bait, man.
But you went for it for like 3 minutes before.
I don't know if it was that long.
It was long, dude. I was making fun of it in Twitch chat, and you still kept going.
Yeah, I
really.
rarely look at the Twitch chat.
I know, it's been alright tonight. Man, how the fuck did we have 50 viewers for this entire goddamn draft? You guys,
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Can't accurately count Twitch viewers.
SBL fam, I love you guys.
Alright, let's take bets. Whose team is Sliced Bread gonna end up on?
Oh, Kings.
King, yeah. Sliced bread going to King. I hope he starts a game. Just one game. I want to see it. Slow spread, he's got 8s down for top ADC and supports, 7 for jungle, 4 for mid. So, probably going to play one of those 2 side lanes if he ever does play. God, could you imagine Soul Spread going up against Bad Cow? Soul Spread going up against Cammer? I hope he's not watching the stream right now.
I think you could take Cammer.
If Camera was drunk for the first time and didn't know where his computer was.
You know what? He's still in high school. He probably doesn't know what that feels like.
Dude, guys, I've had like 2 beers. I don't even know where I am anymore.
What if he gets grounded?
All right, folks.
God,
that concludes the Season 9 draft. We're going to take a short 10-minute break, and then we'll be back with the post-draft drunk analysis.
Woo!
Make the SBL.